Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Hey, Nay. Hey, Miss T. Hey, MK. Jessica Street Prime. Hey, Maxie Doodle. Hey, Lori. Hey, Princess Megan Elsa. Cool Gamer. Aries. Hey, K-Braze. Hey, Amanda. I'm sorry, you guys, for leaving you waiting. Hey, West Virginia Holler Girl. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and pull TT up. We have a special guest today, actually 2 of them. So Truth Teller is coming on, and also Jen Lu. Truth Teller's channel is already in the description. I'm going to add Jen's after, but the mods can drop those as well. And you guys probably, most of you know them, but still, I wasn't sure if Jen was coming. But yeah, I'm really excited. I think that, yeah, we have some really good girls tonight. Hey, TT.
Hey. Hey,
Well,
everyone. How are you, Alex?
I'm good. How are you? Over there. Getting up. How are you doing this evening?
I'm good. I'm good. Have you enjoyed your day? I know you've had a busy day.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was like so you guys, I drove Bentley to a trampoline park for a birthday party, but it was like an hour away, and then we went to Cracker Barrel, and that was slow and forever than the shopping. So it was good. I'm just tired, I'm exhausted. What about you? Did you have a good day?
I did.
Good.
Do you go to Cracker Barrel often?
No, I don't. But I do like that little country store.
Oh, yes, girl. I love it. I love their candles. I love everything in that little country store. Have you ever gotten candles from there? They're awesome.
I wanted to. So today I got 1 pack of wax melts because I get Nadine's melts and I'm about to get them. And they're awesome. I don't know if you use wax melts, but
I do. I don't mean to cut you off, but I've heard several people talk about her melts, and I'm going to order some from her because I need to know, like best sellers, what smells the best. Because I've got wax melts right now going, so I use them all the time.
Oh, well, you'll love them. She's doing like some new summer scents, and they're new ones. So it's different from what she had last year. So I'll let you know which ones, because I'm going to get a bunch of them on Tuesday, and I'll let you know which ones turn out to be the best. I did get 1 pack today only because it was cotton candy and they smelled exactly like cotton candy. But if you like their candles, they had like a ton of them on clearance today. So I bet the one near you might too.
Really? They had some on clearance?
They were 50% off, and they were like Yankee Candle, Woodwick, those ones that look like a little milk jug, like all of them. They were really like some nice ones too. Berry lemonade. I saw pancakes and syrup, like some pretty good ones. Not just the Christmas scents, because those I figured would be on sale, but this was like good ones.
I can't stand any Christmas scents. That's one thing I don't want. I don't want no pine. I don't want any of that.
I like it for the time, but then I'm like done with it. And the pine is like very rare that I use. I like the cookies or those other scents.
I can do the peppermint, but I don't want any pine or any like the traditional Christmassy scents. I just don't like it. Ugh.
Yeah. Maxie Doodle, the kindergarten party was really fun. I posted I think it was on my second channel, but I shared it on my community tab here, a couple little pictures from it, but we had a good time. I'm excited because tonight for you coming on, I went and made little slides. I showed you, but I made little slides. I was inspired by Michelle over on Criminality. She always creates like their own little images and stuff to look at to give you like a visual walkthrough. So I wanted to really do that over here, like in my own way. And then I want to say Melissa Jade cleared up, like re-recorded, cleaned up, and even put a logo on it for me at the 911 call for me to use. And thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, that was cool of her to do.
It was super nice. So I'm excited. We got some things to look at. Nadine's excited for Jen Lu. Boo boo.
Well, get up here, Jen. I know you got some things to say about this heifer.
I cannot wait to hear it either. All right, let me go ahead and pull up just my little slide things. Hold on. There we go. So this is Sarah Boone on the left and Jorge Torres on the right. And this all began on the 24th. There she is, on the 24th of February, 2020.
There she is.
Hi, girls.
Hello, how are
How
you?
I am good. How are you guys?
I am wonderful.
Same here. I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here with you guys. Really excited. Yeah. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Kib Kitty, and also Steph and Lynn. Hey, you guys. Yeah, I'm excited you came up, Jen. I made us some little things to flip through, like just little visuals to look at. Melissa did the 911 call for us, like made it sound better and put a little logo on it so we could listen to that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. So I'll just go ahead and start, and we'll pause along the way, and I'll just read these off to them. But
All
okay,
right, because you know I love a visual aid.
yay, awesome! Well, I was inspired by Michelle because she does a good job. Now, mine ain't that good, but that's the
I'm
inspiration.
sure yours are wonderful.
Yorkie says, "I'm so obsessed with this case after watching Melissa's live the other day." Yeah, Melissa, Jen, I think Brittany and the Glarer are the like 4 people I've seen. Well, actually, no, it's picked up a lot. I will say now I've seen some more, but so on February 24th, Sarah and she told investigators that her and Jorge had been drinking wine and playing hide and seek. She then claims to have went upstairs and went to sleep. Later, her cell phone ringing apparently wakes her up, and at that point, she realized Jorge was still in the suitcase. She unzipped it and found him unresponsive. Do you believe that, you guys? Do you believe that she just went to sleep and forgot that he was in there, or do you think it was intentional? Like, you're gonna die in there, basically.
Well, I know my opinion is probably unpopular, but I do believe that she didn't mean for that to happen. I think she got drunk. I think she started replaying. I mean, we're all adults in here, and so I'm sure most everybody in here has been drunk at some point. So like I know for me, when I get drunk, I replay shit in my head that someone has done to me, or you know what I'm saying. If you get really, really, really drunk and you get somebody brings something up that's been done to you or something, then you start replaying that in your mind. And I think that's probably what happened to her. She started thinking about the things that he had done to her, and then I think they're probably both mean drunks based on what we've heard so far.
Right. Ooh, what do you think, Jen?
So I think that what happened was this. I think that it started out as fun and games, but it definitely wasn't hide and seek because, like, y'all, come on. That's not how hide and seek works.
I agree
We've all
with that.
played it. It wasn't hide and go seek. It was probably more like I dare you. And I think what happened is she, just like I agree with Truth Teller, I do think that she intended to punish him, but I don't think that she intended for him to die. But I do think that she intended for him not to be able to escape because she flipped that suitcase over. And we all know how a suitcase works. The flap is how you get out. Even if he could get 8 fingers out, it wouldn't matter because the flap was on the floor, was up, he was laying on it. So he wouldn't have been able to get out anyway. And so but I don't think I think that's why and I don't think Florida thinks that she intended to kill him either. I don't think that's how it started out. No, I don't.
But my question is,
what wanted him to suffer.
What kind of moron? I have never been so drunk, and I have been drunk in my life. I have never been so drunk that I would allow somebody to zip me up in a damn suitcase.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I've done some fucked off shit too when I've been drunk, but never that either. I've never said, hey, you know what sounds like fun? Let me see if I can fit in this here suitcase. No, that's, although I will say when Dr. B was here, I did, sorry, my door creaked. I did make a joke. Let's see if it's hard to get into a suitcase. Like, how wadded up do you have to be? I have a suitcase that's roughly that size, which she was like, no. But it was a joke. I wasn't actually going to do it, but I that part of it, I will never, I can't really quite get my mind around how that all played out, but we definitely know he went in there. She didn't put him in there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I suppose
Well,
it's possible that they got to fighting. I mean, he had some fairly substantial bruises, a busted lip. We're going to the scratches on the back are from another situation, a different type of playing, and according to Sarah, but he did have some blunt force trauma to his head. So it is possible that maybe she did hit him with something and put him in there, and then when he came to, I'm not sure how all that played out, to be honest with you.
Like he came to and she could have purposely recorded that to prove that he was awake in there, to show that he intentionally got in there. You know what I mean? That he, like, to try to say that he went in there himself. Now, I don't know how I feel. I kind of go back and forth with if she intended on it or not. But all I know is that video of her taunting him is one of the sickest things I've ever seen in my life.
It is sick.
I agree.
I agree. Could
you imagine I can't even, it made me like, it gave me anxiety just listening to him. I can't imagine what he was feeling, drunk or sober. I mean, I can't, because he was coherent enough to know that he's suffocating. And that is just, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Oh God. And you know what? I knew that it had been flipped over. Like, I actually had a response to what TT said. And then, like, I was just going to let you answer. And then when you said that about him, like, I knew it had been flipped over, but it just, everything left my brain. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize that when she flipped it, it was over to where the flap wouldn't open. That was intentional. Right. You know, that to me makes it seem like, yeah, it was intentional. Now I'll just fall asleep and see what happens.
Well, she unintentionally fell asleep. That I don't understand. Sarah does a lot of things unintentionally and no maliciously. Like, I don't get. But I'll say this: after watching, I think when I did the interrogation recording the other day, I think that's like the 4th time I've seen it, and I've never caught this before. But there are actually 2 videos, and they're quite long. What we got on the internet that's on Long Crime, that 2-minute and 2-second or 20-second, I can't remember what it is, that is part of a longer video, and it's a second video. I think, and I'm kind of curious as to that clip, where in the longer video it is. Because when they're in the interrogation room, the female detective, which I like her, I don't care. I feel awful that she was coughing like she was, but she was not taking Sarah's BS. No way, no how. She was not beat for it. She was not. No, she was like, well, then Sarah's talking about something completely different. And the female detective's over there playing the video in the background, like skipping through it and stuff. It was just, but anyway, I'm curious as to where that falls, because they make a reference to the suitcase being located somewhere else and in a different position, and that he's pushing up on it. And I've watched the suitcase video that's been on the internet, and I can't see him trying to push up. So I'm thinking that at one point it was the right way, right? And he was trying to push up, thinking that if he pushed hard enough, maybe he could cause the zipper to open. I'm not sure. But I never saw him pushing up. So I don't know when that happened, like where in that video it is. But her taunting is terrible. And then, she's slurring her speech. She sounds drunker than Cooter Brown. And she's over there. I wasn't drunk. I like to keep my wits about me, which is also probably very damning too, because when you say that you had your wits about you, then everything you did with a purpose, is the way that the law is going to interpret it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Even if that's not what you meant.
And now I remember what I was going to say about what Titi said. I think you're exactly right. I think both of them, look at the history, and we're going to get into that, like the history of domestic violence, but they fought like crazy, and they probably, toxic relationships like that. Like, there's just a level of like meanness, like I wouldn't necessarily always say evilness, but in this situation, it just, Everyone loves your Cooter Brown.
I don't
So
know who Cooter Brown is, but evidently he's drunk a lot.
So on February, the next morning was when she called. That was February 25th. She's charged with second-degree murder. I wanted to see exactly what, Florida law said. And it says Florida outlines second-degree murder as the unlawful killing of a human being when perpetrated by any act imminently dangerous to another and evincing a depraved mind regardless of human life, although without any premeditated design to affect the death of any particular individual. And there's another one which is more like felony murder, but this is murder with a depraved mind, and it's one way that you can get second degree murder, and it's when a person is killed without premeditation. The murder happens as a result of an imminently dangerous act to another, demonstrating a depraved mind and displaying no regard for human life. The primary distinction between premeditated first degree murder and second degree murder with a depraved mind is that the former requires a premeditated intent to kill. Because I wondered why not first degree, and I believe it is because of they can't prove her intention initially, right? Don't you think, you guys? I think I asked you.
Yeah, I don't think that. I mean, if they had stuck her with first degree, charged her with that, I don't believe that a jury would even consider that.
Yep. That's what
I think you guys are right. I think the reason that it's not first degree is because it's very different than picking up something that can be used as a weapon and doing it that way. People typically don't think of a suitcase as a weapon or some. But what she did was what got her second degree instead of first degree is, I think that whatever is on those two videos, there's something that makes it clear that he got in there willingly, or it was part of a game. Okay, whatever game it was not hide and go seek. So Sarah Boone, if you're out there or somebody can get a hold of you, please don't try to play that. Don't say that to that jury. That jury knows what hide and go seek is. The seeker does not help the hider. Stop that. You call it something else. Call it truth or dare. That might be better. But anyway,
don't know where they're hiding.
Correct. That completely negates the seeking part. What do you need to seek then if you've helped them to hide? That's ridiculous. So, I mean, that's
You're right.
There must be something there on those videos that we didn't, that will see, obviously will come out in court. And that's why I think it doesn't rise to the level of first degree.
Right. Okay.
But and here's my thing too. I consider myself to be somewhat intelligent, but even I didn't know that, because I'm just trying to put myself in her mind and think. I wouldn't think that if somebody got in a suitcase, yeah, you may be uncomfortable, but it's not airtight, so I wouldn't think they would suffocate. And I'm wondering if that was her train of thought. It's not an airtight. You'd absolutely be uncomfortable, but I wouldn't think that they would suffocate. I think that, they would probably, so I don't know.
I think wouldn't either, unless you really think about like your lungs can't expand. I'm sorry, Jen.
No, you're
but
good.
Yeah, that would be the only. I doubt she went into that thought. I don't know.
Right. It's not like she put him in something that is airtight, like a freezer or something like that. She probably didn't realize what would happen. This is what I really do think that what she did was, I do think it started out probably as some kind of jacked up game. And we all have known people who when they're drinking, they're fun up until a point. And you can almost see the switch in them when they take that last shot or that last beer or that last alcoholic drink, whatever it is they drink. You can see right then if they're about to take the turn. And I think that they were talking, because she says they were talking, and something happened. And I think when she got him in the suitcase, I think something switched in her, something snapped in her, and I think it was intended as a punishment initially. But I also think that I don't believe that that suitcase was downstairs initially. I think she pushed him in that suitcase down those stairs. And somebody else in my chat the other night pointed it out. If you watch that suitcase video, there's like this mark in the carpet. It's like almost a half circle. And I could not figure out for the life of me what that was. And somebody in the chat pointed out maybe it's where she drug the suitcase around, pulled it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, we're gonna watch.
Yeah. So,
well, I'm gonna look for it when we watch. Show me if you show me where it's at.
But wouldn't be? I mean, I've traveled with those types of suitcases. I've got some here now. I've traveled with them in airports and stuff. And I mean, I know for me, I don't let the handle down, when I'm using them, and that handle, you can't see that handle. It's down into the suitcase.
I don't think she like had it upright, obviously, or used the handle. I think what she did was even those handles have like the cloth handle too.
Yeah.
I think that's what she was dragging him around with.
Could be. Yeah.
I don't know what she was doing because quite honestly, I've never heard of anything like this in my life, and I've done a lot of crazy true crime stuff, and never have I heard this.
I see two ignorant drunks is what I see.
Yeah.
And Lord rest his soul. I'm sorry, but I mean, it has never once crossed my mind. I would never allow. First of all, I don't trust anybody with my life enough to allow them to do something like that. I just can't imagine.
Well, especially somebody that had been violent to you in the past.
Right.
The thing is, that the truth of the matter is with the DV, it is, I live in Florida too, Jim, and I've never heard of such either. This is look, it shocked Florida. I'll tell you that right now. I've never heard of it, but, right. They have a history between them of DV, and it goes both ways. One point or another, each of them has been the instigator.
Right. Yep. And do you remember like when this happened in Florida? Was it everybody talking about it? Was it that kind of thing?
I mean, it made the news for sure. And then the video made the news, and then I kind of forgot about it because this was 2020, and where was everybody in 2020, Allie? On that damn island.
Yep, Watts Island.
Mm-hmm. But did y'all
goodness.
notice one thing about in the videos? I did notice for somebody that's supposed to be an abuser, and I believe that he did abuse her some, but he wasn't screaming, or it's been my experience that abusers are loud and temperamental, and especially if you've been now locked inside a suitcase. He was just saying, "Baby, I can't breathe. Baby, I can't." I didn't hear him getting excited, like screaming and demanding her to let him out. But what I'm getting at is I just wonder if he was incapacitated more than we know. You know what I'm saying?
He was very calm. And I know that when they ran his toxicology, he did have alcohol, but that's all that's been let out publicly. I don't know exactly how much alcohol was in his system, but that might have played a part in accelerating what eventually ended up happening.
Well, I think it caused.
He did sound scared, but what I heard exactly is what Truth Teller heard. The tone of his voice was quiet. It was soft, almost as if he was. It sounded like he was pleading, but like he couldn't. I'm almost wondering if, when we hear that on the video, if he's not upside down, and because I think obviously he would have got in, right, and he would have like been curled up, but if she had flipped the suitcase over, you know, it's not like he's small enough to where even if it tumbled down the stairs, he would change positions. He would just stay where he was. So if she flipped it over, then he might have been upside down as well. And that might be why, part of the reason why his voice is he sounds like he can't freaking breathe. That's what it sounds like.
Well, that's
he
what I
sounds
was
like
wondering if he had been, if she had flipped him over.
yeah, like he doesn't have enough air to actually yell.
Right.
To really yell, but there is to raise the volume of his voice is what I should say, but you can definitely 100% hear the sense of urgency in that man's voice. You can tell that he's not playing around, that when he's saying he can't breathe, he's telling the truth. He's not just trying to, you know, he's not, it's sad. It breaks my heart.
Before us move on, because we're going to watch that, this one, I just wanted to tell you guys that I think all they have to prove pretty well, it says when prosecutors seek to prove second-degree murder, they must show the defendant acted without regard for human life. I think that's pretty evident by the videos, you know. So, and then here's are the sentences and penalties. It says, let's see. If convicted, the offender will receive at least 16 3/4 years in prison without the chance for parole. If the defendant used a firearm, they receive a minimum of 25 years. And so it'll be interesting to see what she gets. It's up to 30, though. So it's not going to be, you know, life.
No, she was not. And I don't really know, because actually I haven't looked. I should look. I don't know what her behavior has been like in prison, in jail, like awaiting trial. Like I don't heard anything about her getting into more trouble or trying to get other inmates to formulate an escape plan. Yeah, Letitia, I'm looking at you, idiot. But she'll get credit for the 3 years that she's been there. My bet is that Sarah Boone is done in 10. She might get a longer sentence, but my bet would be that Sarah Boone gets out in about 10 years.
Oh my God, y'all, that is so wrong. It's just so wrong. And I'm going to show you guys the video now. I'm going to give you a second. If you don't want to watch it, just come back in like 5 minutes or so. But yeah. Luana have never heard death by a suitcase. OMG. Hold on. Let me go ahead and grab that video though. Let's see. Wait, there's number one. I've got all these.
I'm just kind of curious. See, it's been established at this point that her defense is going to be battered wife, okay? And I'm just very, very curious how the jury is, because I don't know what evidence they're bringing in of battered wife, right? And how compelling it will be, because all we've seen is that video. But I'm very curious how the jury is going to react to the dichotomy of a battered wife syndrome, a battered wife defense with that video, because that video is very damning. And that's only 2 minutes of it, you guys. There's 2 of them. And they're longer than 2 minutes. I don't know how long they are. I just caught it when I watched the interrogation the other night.
Well, that'd be interesting to see the rest of it, but there's a reason why it's, you know, we haven't. I don't know. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to play it. And a still shot, by the way. Melissa told me about that. She also took a photo. And before we start, do you guys think that she took the videos intentionally? Like, or let me not use that word, on purpose, or do you think it was accidental?
Oh, no. She makes reference in this video about videoing it. So yes, it was 100% intentional. It's very difficult to understand what she's saying, but she slurs something and get it on video. It's on video, something like that. But she makes she makes reference to videoing it. So she's definitely done it on purpose. Why? For what, I don't know.
And she, you know, apparently was blackout drunk because she doesn't remember making that video. She was completely surprised when they, oh my God, she was like,
I think that was lies. I think
oh,
that
I don't. I think she was completely surprised because she handed her phone over, no problem. She would have deleted that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. She sat up in her bedroom. According to her, she was upstairs and awake for a good hour before she meandered downstairs. And if her claim is that she totally forgot she left him in the suitcase overnight, right? So she chilled out upstairs for like an hour doing God knows what. And then it's not like it occurred to her, oh shit, he's down. It didn't occur to her until she was downstairs and saw it, according to her story. So I don't know. It's hard for me to, she's such a lying liar mouth who tells lies. It's hard for me to believe. I think she thought she might have been able to explain it. Truth teller, she was a straight A student. Come on. She excels
I
at
just
everything.
feel like she would have had a story prepared if she, you know what I'm saying? Like she would have either deleted it or she would have had a story prepared. And she just looked like a deer in the headlights when
she said, do I have to watch this?
Well, yeah. And look, I've listened to it a few times. I didn't even realize she makes references. She realizes she's filming. But I kind of just thought of it as it was accidental. But let's listen to it and then we'll continue talking about it. But yeah, trigger warning, you guys, again, this is so hard to hear. And it will, like, his voice, I can hear it right now in my head, that Sarah, like it will stick in your head. It's what nightmares are made of. So just to let you know, I usually don't like giving trigger warnings. This is true crime. We're going to talk about some pretty tough stuff, but this is bad. Okay.
Oh, Allie, what if we turn the closed captions on? Let's see if we can, maybe if they can pick up what she says at the end, about the video.
Yeah, I turned it on.
Okay. Sorry.
I got it on. Hopefully it will. I love when I said, okay, and then I had muted it already, but you made me laugh when you went, okay. Okay. Yeah. Deep breath.
For real.
Okay.
Sarah. For everything you've done to me. Sarah. For everything you've done. Sarah. Fuck you. Sarah. Fuck you. Sarah. Stupid. Sarah. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Sarah. I can't fucking breathe, babe. Seriously. Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me. Sarah. 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 Sarah, I can't breathe, babe. That's on you. Sarah, I can't breathe. It's on you. Sarah. Real or ransom. I want to get video for it extra. Real or ransom. I want to get video for it extra. Because I got this. Sarah. Real or ransom. Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe. Oh. That's what Sarah. I feel like when you ching on me. Sarah. Fuck you. Fucking breathe, Sarah. Yeah. You should probably shut the fuck up. Sarah.
Okay, so before we go on to the next one, you guys, I am sorry that you even had to hear that. But God, that is so awful. And I couldn't understand what she said there. I did hear the video, like something video, but then I could also make it not be video. So it's hard to understand that because it sounds like, I don't know, she's drunk as hell. You can tell that for sure.
Yeah.
She is, and she claims they drank one bottle of wine. That's bull. There's no way.
Well, no, and also they found 2 bottles in the trash, and they found the receipts for both bottles.
Yeah.
And they were purchased that day.
I can't even imagine.
And they were at Publix. They should have bought a fruit bowl and some chicken tenders. That's what Publix is known for, not alcohol.
Jerks. Oh my God. Tom, no, there's death penalty is not an option. I just a second ago showed it was, I think, like around 15 to 30 years. Basically, it was not exactly 15, but no more than 30. It's upside down. So how would a hole have helped? What do you mean?
Well, so so the video you have up, you see how it is right now? It's right. Yeah. It's the right way. The video they're talking about, the video Wolfie's talking about is the one we just watched, where it's definitely upside down and it's moved. You can see that it's been moved, but I can't tell if you see that ring there in the carpeting. I'm pointing at it like you can actually see me pointing.
Like the light or over here?
Oh, towards if we're looking at it, it's towards us. I can't tell if it's a light, if it's like they have one of those tall lights, you know what I'm talking about, but they have the cover thing off of it, you know what I mean? Yes. But that suitcase has been moved. I'm still pointing like you can see. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? You can see that the suitcase has been moved. Not only is it right side up, but it's also in a different position. It was closer to that little wooden thing. See?
Yep. Now, okay, which is the first? The other one has to be the first one, right?
Well, here's the deal. I think that they've been named by the order in which they were released, because they're both snippets of longer videos. And the only reason I even know that is because like I said, with the interrogation videos, and I know that there are 2. This one would be the first one, because when the interrogation, when the female officer asks about this video, she says, and then she's playing the second one. She says, see, it's been moved. It started out. So this must be the first one, but released second. Or it's just numbered 2 by whoever posted this, but whatever it is, they talk about this, and there is 11 minutes between the first video and the second video. But that in the very beginning of that the video we just watched that I just now noticed, I had forgotten that he calls out to her multiple times before she actually answers, which is part of it. I mean, that's even crueler.
Oh my God.
She's just cruel. What she did was cruel.
Yeah, it really was so cruel.
It was very cruel.
Go ahead, TT, and then I'll play.
No, I was just thinking, like, is there not some kind of, I don't know if you would think there would be some kind of aggravating charge to tack onto her for torturing him. Like, Damn, I don't know if there's, I know that you can in certain, but I don't know about second degree.
That's a good point.
It's an enhanced charge.
Yeah. A special circumstance. I'm not sure, because when they charged her, they had possession of the videos. And the only thing that I can think of is that the prosecutor didn't think that he or she would be able to get her on first degree, because usually first degree is the one that has the special circumstances.
Yeah.
Sometimes second degree will, but
Like a torture charge?
I think that the better charge would have been not kidnapping, but what is it? Confinement. There's another one. There's a word for it too. There's a different charge that's like criminal confinement, something like that. I can't think of it. My brain is not working, but there is a different. It's different when you don't. I don't know what it's called. I should just be quiet. Yeah, false imprisonment, something like that.
Oh,
There should
okay.
be
Oh my
some.
God. Sorry. Thought you were done. We have a little. But Brooke is right. Look at her sandals. In this one, they're over by her. And in this one, they're over at the suitcase.
Yes.
Was she throwing shit at him? Or, I mean, oh God, I don't know. Or no, she probably put him on and then walked over and sat down and started recording again. I don't know.
Yeah.
My question is that they're saying now that she's going to claim the battered spouse defense or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that defense is when, it says in the statute that you had to kill unalive your spouse. That was your only way of escaping. But she's also claiming that she didn't mean to do it. So you can't have them both. I'm not understanding how.
I don't understand how they're going to do this. That's why I'm so. I need for this, and I'm glad that it's finally coming to trial, because I was upset when they postponed it. It was supposed to start January 30th, and I was so mad when they said we need a continuance. Ugh, I just want to be like, continue this, but I was mature, and I just. But still. Like, it's messed up, man. And because I want to know how. You're exactly right, truth teller. The fact of the matter is this, in my opinion, by reading the statute, and I'm not an attorney and I'm reasonably intelligent, but this doesn't seem, if you can get him in the suitcase, why couldn't you flee?
Right.
God. Okay, I'm going to play this one. It's only 22 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. Oh Lord. MK, I know it's bad. It's really tough.
Now this one does look like he's pushing up potentially as much as he can. Just a little bit. I mean, yikes.
I'll look with it muted while we're talking, because I could notice the other one, him moving in there. But this one, maybe a little bit. It's hard for me to tell. Like on this one, let me mute it. Oh shoot. What did I do? Not watching that. Okay. Hold on. I moved the window to the one I wanted to switch it to. It's like down at my
campfire karaoke. Woohoo!
Okay, here we go. That bitch. Yeah, see it moving?
Yes.
That's the only time that I could really tell he was. Oh,
see,
God,
but see, he's completely upside down. There's no way for him to get out this way. None.
Oh my God. You ever like go to share a window and you accidentally move it like all the way down your screen and out of the window?
Yes.
It makes me so angry.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I did just now.
But I also think I saw her.
Cool.
I know. I also think that in the 22-second video, there appears to be something coming up towards the suitcase. And Sarah, they had 2 dogs. And I'm wondering where the dogs are in all of this. And I'm thinking maybe one of the dogs was coming up to the suitcase in that first in that 22-second video.
Was it coming from the left?
Yes.
The left? Yes, I saw that too. I exited out already, or I clicked back, but
No, you're
yes,
fine.
I seen that too. Maybe that was a dog. I was going to ask you guys if you knew what that was to the left of it. That was barely in the screen. I don't know. That's just so awful. But yeah, you guys both talked about there is a history of domestic violence, and both of them have been charged with domestic violence against the other. And
Yes.
also, truth teller, you can say kill. I don't care. You can say anything you want. But yeah. So Sarah was charged in 2018 with battery and strangulation. Deputies said in the affidavit they couldn't pinpoint who the aggressor was. In 2019, Jorge was charged with battery 3 times. His most recent arrest was September, and Sarah accused him of punching her in the right ear. At this point, a temporary injunction for protection was put in place. And then I guess we know the way that ends, but now I do have the 911 call. Melissa cleaned it up for us. Let me grab that.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she cleaned it up a little bit, and it was so nice. And she also added, and mods, will you guys please drop her link so people know who I'm talking about? She also added the Alex Erickson on there.
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Okay. Let's see.
What is the location of?
Hey, you guys, if you want to say something, yell and I'll pause it.
Okay.
Okay.
What is the location of your emergency? 4748 Frank Court, apartment 3. 4748. What's the street name? France, FRANTD. And the apartment number? 3. Is this a police or medical? My boyfriend is dead. Okay, send the line for the fire department.
I'm sorry to pause it already, but the way that she says that is so cold and callous.
It is.
She sounds annoyed. My boyfriend is dead.
Oh my God. I just,
Do not hang up.
Oh, I should say something first. Okay. I think the part that has to be addressed about the timing of this 911 call is this. So this is on a Monday, okay, at noon, all right? Sarah's ex-husband, Brian, had called her. That is what woke her up, okay? Because it was her day to pick up their son from school, Lucas. And he was calling because Sarah isn't always the most responsible or reliable. So he wanted to make sure that she was going to do that. And that's when she says what's happened. He doesn't live very far from her. He comes over and then they call 911. I shouldn't say they. He tells her, call 911. But when the cops arrive, she says on the body cam that she was doing all the CPR in the world before they got there. And when they were on the phone, and when she was on the phone with 911.
Yep, I remember her saying that in the body cam because I watched that. I watched that with one of you guys. But is it true that they got him out of the suitcase, the EMTs? Because I haven't heard that first.
Brian says, and it's real faint. You can hardly catch it because that's when the wind decides. I told y'all Florida, 2 speeds, high and off for the wind. And that day it was high. And he says it really faintly, but the officer is asking how far into the home that he went. And he says he didn't actually, he went into the door where, how most townhomes or apartments, right by the front door, they'll have that square of, it's just linoleum or vinyl or whatever. And then and then there's carpet. He says he stayed right there in the entryway of the home. And and he could see legs. So
Okay.
I don't, and they were in the suitcase. So I don't know how Sarah would be giving Jorge any type of CPR if he was, you know, it's still in the suitcase partially. I just don't, that doesn't seem like good
How long-
CPR practice to me. I don't know though.
How long had he been dead when they? I haven't seen that part. Have they said how long he had been dead when the paramedics arrived?
They think that he was in that suitcase for approximately 11 hours.
But already deceased that long?
I think Sarah describes him as cold and stiff. So if I had to guess, you know how you start, your body will be in rigor and then it will go out of rigor. So he was probably in the first rigor. So I would imagine he had been dead probably 6, 7, 8 hours, maybe. I think he probably.
Twice? You go in it twice? In and out?
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What in the world?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I've never known that. So what?
I didn't know that either.
You'll see that they will talk about it in autopsy reports, and they'll say full rigor, partial rigor, and then they'll talk about the blanching of the skin, where and that's like when the rigor is just starting, where you can still push on the skin and it'll still change like to white and then come back sort of pink a little bit, you know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You go in. Yeah.
Wow.
And y'all should, Allie, if
she's
here's the thing. This is how I remembered this too. At Alec Murdaugh's trial, when the coroner showed up or testified, and he talked about the before he got to the underarm way to, you know, sticking his hands in their armpits to check to see how warm they were. He talked about other parts of, you know, he says rigor, and he explained all of it and blah, blah, blah. But I remembered that. And I mean, I've heard it before, but I had a recent, they talked about it recently. So it was in my brain up at the front instead of pushed in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot. Like, especially we learn so much with these cases. There's so much information. Like, how do you possibly keep it all where you can remember it? I don't know. But yeah, okay, let me keep playing it. Ugh. Hell out of me now.
Sorry, rescue. So location emergency.
That's 32. No, please don't leave. 4748 France Lane, apartment 3, France Court. France Court. Yes. Yes. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
It's still perfect.
Okay, 4748 France, correct?
Correct.
All right, tell me exactly.
My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I put him in a case, and we were playing, like, kind of hide and seek kind of thing. So
she put him in a case.
Yeah, she's telling, this is the thing. This is what's interesting to me about this 911 call. She said she put him in a suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
Not, we were playing hide and go seek. He got in the suitcase and I zipped it. She said, I put him in the suitcase.
Yeah, she did. Oh, wow. I've never actually listened to this. Even when she sent it today, I was just working on those slides. I've watched some of the interrogation with you guys and the body cam when they come, and the interrogation when she finds out that the videos are there and like all of that. But yeah, I had never heard this. Wow.
And you know what? If I really think about it, I don't think she's ever said that he got in the suitcase. I'll have to go back and check now that I'm thinking about it. I think I don't think she's ever come. I don't know. I'll have to go back and listen again because I don't remember her actually clarifying. I think she's always said. I know she said she zipped him up, but I can't remember. But this is I had forgotten that she says I put him in a suitcase.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna rewind it like 10 seconds so we can hear that again, and then just let it play.
I fell asleep when we were playing last night, and I put him in a case and we were playing, and like kind of hide and seek kind of thing. So I fell asleep, and I woke up, and he was dead in the suitcase. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Right, okay, what's your apartment number?
3.
Apartment 3?
Yes, like he has like blood coming out of his mouth, and I don't know if like he had like an aneurysm or what happened.
Right, okay, all right, okay. Listen, we're getting help out there too. All right, okay. Okay,
now?
Okay, 40, yeah, man, listen, we're on our way out there. You're at 407-716-8684. Okay, is he hanging from somewhere or what, ma'am?
No, I took him out of the suitcase. I tried giving him CPR.
Okay, so he was in a suitcase?
Yes, and I fell asleep.
Okay, how old is the boyfriend, ma'am? 42-year-old male. All right. Okay, we're sending help out there. She's on the way out there?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay. All right, listen to me. Okay, I just need to confirm this one. All right, I understand. I just need to confirm this. Is he awake at all? Is he conscious at all?
No, he's purple.
Is he breathing?
No.
All right. I need you to get him on the floor, flat on his back for me, okay?
I did. I tried giving him CPR.
All right.
I tried giving him CPR.
Yeah, okay.
But nothing happened. He's purple.
Right. Okay, listen to me. There's a defibrillator. I need you to get it for me, okay?
What is it?
You have an AED available?
No.
All right. You're right by him now.
I'm sorry?
Are you right by him now?
Yes.
Okay. Lay him flat on his. Okay, ma'am, listen. So is he cold and stiff?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's not necessarily cold, but he's stiff.
Right. Okay. All right. Listen to me. Listen to me. I want you to lay him flat on his back for me on the floor.
I did.
Removing the pillows. Okay.
Yes, I did.
All right. Okay.
He's stiff and purple.
Right. Okay. Listen. Okay, man. That's fine. We're still going to do compressions on him. Okay. All
okay,
right?
hold on. Pause it,
Ellie.
Ellie. Pause it.
On his breastbone, right in the center of the chest, right between the nipples.
Okay. I noticed this too. This is what happens when I listen to things too many times. She continues to reference him being purple. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have had the unfortunate occurrence to see somebody who is deceased, but I can tell you that if she's saying he's purple, I think what she is saying is lividity starting. And I think the reason he's purple is because she kept him upside down in that suitcase. She never turned the suitcase back over. And so when he passed away, lividity works with gravity. So whatever is the lowest point, that's where the blood will settle. And that is why he looks purple. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh,
which makes it worse. Which makes it worse.
Oh, geez.
Too bad they're not bussing in jurors. Maybe they are. Maybe I'll get a jury. No, because I would have got it already, I think. A jury summons if they were going from, sometimes they won't change the actual venue. They'll hold the case in the same county and city that it took place in, but they'll bring jurors in like they did with Casey Anthony. The jury from Casey Anthony came from Pinellas County.
Oh,
and I'm a I signed up for jury duty, so maybe I won't get picked. I know I won't because I can't be picked. I don't think I could be. I would love
for you to go. I heard you say that you're like 2.5 hours away on your live, like you're like not that far. You should go.
I should go, but I don't want to go by myself.
God, I wish I was closer. I wonder how far the drive would be for me. I mean, I'm in North Carolina. I'm not that far, but I'll have to look and see. That would be really freaking cool, man.
Yeah, if you want to go with me, I'll go.
Well, I'll check and see how far it is from here and see.
Okay.
When does it start again?
I keep wanting to say April 3rd for some reason, but I actually think that might be Vallow. I'll look into it.
It is, and
Yeah,
both
I'll look
April 3rd.
into it. Her jury selection. Okay, so I think she's got a pretrial Monday or Tuesday, I think. One last one, and then jury selection. I think her trial might be the second week. No, because I remember something about April. I'll look it up. Keep playing the 911 while my brain tries to work.
Okay. Got anything for us, TT, before I play? TT, you want to go with us to the trial?
I
It's
was
Orange
just thinking,
County, right?
I'm saving myself for if they try anybody over the Stephen Smith case, and I'm coming to South Carolina. So,
Oh, I would love that. That'd be awesome. Okay.
Both?
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Betty, I'm telling you. Just by looking at him, you can tell.
Okay. And,
Please. Okay, he just gurgled.
okay. Listen to me. All right. I want you to place the heel of your hand. Okay, right between his chest, right between his breastbones.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Yes,
We want to pump his chest to me hard and fast, going at least twice per second.
I'm doing it again.
Okay, no, just keep on pumping. That's all you need to do for me. Keep on pumping his chest for me. I don't need you to stop and talk or anything. I just want you to count out loud for me, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is nice.
Okay, man, just keep on pumping his chest. That's all.
She just don't want to do that at all.
Well, I mean, she doesn't, and I hate to, but the thing is that the guy, the 911 operator, bless his heart, he is not listening to her. He's not breathing, and he hasn't been. I don't think he understands. I mean, can you imagine? I can't imagine if I would have got that call, but she absolutely doesn't want to. I mean, she's not doing it. I don't know why she's even bothering to count. This actually sounds worse for her.
It does, but let me ask you, like, if somebody passes away, like at your house of natural causes, or maybe like an overdose or anything, and they've been dead for 10, 12 hours, do they still want you to try CPR until they get there?
I've never heard of that. But I think it's because I think it's because of the way she started out the call. I think he thinks that she just found him and that he's unconscious. I don't think he understands that he has been in the suitcase for 11 hours by this point.
Yeah, then
11 hours.
And then the gurgling might make it that even more.
Correct. Correct. I think I don't think it was a gurgle that she heard.
What do you think it is?
Well, your body releases gases, so that's probably what she heard.
Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, I think that you would definitely hear her out of breath.
Yeah.
So is Winter Park? Is that right? I'm mapping right now to see if how far it would be from me.
Winter Park is just like it's a straight shot from where I'm at, like directly across on the other coast. I'm on the west coast. It's right. It's right there on the east coast. It's like 2.5 hours from me.
I'm about to map it too while we're here. While we're sitting here talking about it.
I'm mapping.
What we really should do is try to time it right, because when I told you girls this before, but when I was reading those letters of hers, one of the last letters that she wrote, she writes about wanting the trial to start quickly because she's very much wants to tell her story. She wants the jury to hear what happened that day. I have a very strong suspicion that one Sarah Boone is going to be testifying. That's what we should try to. Let me see if I can ascertain that a little bit better and see if we can't time it out so we can be there for when she takes the stand.
So it's only 10 hours for me, so that's drivable, or I could fly, either one. So,
damn, it's 10 for me too. 10 hours, 1 minute.
Is it really?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, ladies, we need to talk about this afterwards.
Yeah, for
Road
sure.
trip.
Especially if the freaking testifies, like, holy wow.
Yes.
That was
Yeah,
insane.
I'm pretty sure she's going to try to testify. And I have a strong suspicion that due to the fact that she feels ignored and dismissed by her attorney, no amount of him talking to her or trying to talk her out of it, I do think she's going to haul her keister up to that stand and take the stand in her own defense.
Because she thinks she's the smartest one in the room. I have noticed that of her.
Always.
I remember there's a flight now it's from West Virginia, but the reason I remember it is because it was from West Virginia to Florida, and they called it like the Hillbilly Heroin Express or some shit. But it was only like a $200 flight because that airport apparently has really good cheap flights. Is that true?
Oh, into Orlando? Yeah.
Okay, and a lot of people in chat are saying flights are cheap there. Hey, TT, we might need. I've never flown before, but I totally
Really?
would.
You've never flown?
No.
Oh, we'd have a ball.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. It would be epic, Melissa Jade. It would be so fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna keep playing it. Let's see.
All you need to do for me, okay?
Yes. Come on, please. Hurry up.
Okay, ma'am, they're driving here as fast as they can. Okay, don't stop to say hurry up. Just keep on pumping and counting.
I'm still doing it while I'm talking to you, okay?
Okay.
Still doing it.
All right, you can keep pumping. Just count on us. I can count with you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31, 32. Please hurry.
Okay, hold on
they're
just a
getting there as
second.
fast as they can, okay?
This is the first time I have not listened to this prior to just now. And she is not doing CPR right there.
I knew you were going to have something slick to say when you said, hold on just a second.
She is not. She's not doing CPR.
No, she's counting. I keep waiting for her to be like the count and be like 35. You know, from Sesame Street.
She sounds completely annoyed to be bothered with having to even entertain that.
She does. And you know, I bet they can tell if she actually did, based on, especially if there's blood in his mouth and all of that. Wouldn't there be signs of it?
Well, see, I will say this. When you don't do CPR properly, you can bruise the victim's ribs. I mean, there's all kinds of things that can go wrong, but I'm very curious if they can see that in an autopsy if you're not doing CPR correctly, because a lot of times when people breathe, they'll do it incorrectly. And so rather than forcing the air into the lungs where they don't have their head tilted back correctly, and they actually force the air into their belly when they're breathing, but he's not having her to breathe. He's having her to do chest compressions, which is what you do to get the heart going again. So I'm not exactly sure. Yeah.
And as she did those chest compressions, you would be able to hear breaks in her counting, like in her voice. You know what I'm saying? Like she's just not. She's just not.
Yeah, when somebody is doing something and moving at the same time as they're talking, you can hear that in the background. And she sounds like she's just standing like counting sheep or some shit. I don't know what she's counting. Ceiling tiles, the lies she's fixing to tell in the interrogation. Who knows?
Here, I'm going to do it on this pillow. You guys tell me if I sound like you can tell that I'm doing like chest compressions. Seriously, I'm going to say. Okay.
Science, guys. We're all about the science over here. Hit it, Alex.
This is an interactive live.
Correct. I don't know why you thought having us two clowns up here together was going to be a good idea. Truth teller and I can't act right. No way.
We don't have no act right.
Nope.
Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Could you tell?
You hear the
like
break
Yeah.
in her voice? Yes, I can tell.
Yes, and you can hear the air as you're coming out of your
Yes.
because and Sarah is a heavy smoker, by the way. So you guys do the math.
Okay.
Cardio and smoking probably not a good, you do get out of breath.
200 said you sound so warm. Sorry, you guys. I had to try it because I'll go back and listen now and see how that sounds versus hers. Trying. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna keep playing, but y'all stop me if I need to stop.
Okay.
Yes, and he's purple.
Okay. Keep pumping his chest for me, ma'am.
I'm still doing it, okay? Still doing it. Just don't make me stop.
Right, okay, that's fine. Just you do a good job. Just keep on doing it for me. That's all right. They're getting there as fast as they can, along with the sheriff's office also, okay?
Please.
Keep on pumping, ma'am.
Hold up. Did she just say breathe?
That's what I thought. I wasn't going to stop you, but did that heifer just tell him to breathe?
She didn't. She not only told him, she commanded him, breathe.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The nerve of her.
She's got all kinds of audacity. All kinds of audacity.
One,
We were playing
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep pumping for me, ma'am.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Believe me, I'm doing it, okay? We were playing hide and seek.
Okay.
Yeah, we believe you.
All right, I understand. All right, just keep on pumping for me, okay? Okay.
Please hurry. This
Right,
is
okay.
horrible. This is horrific. What happened? Like, what happened?
Okay.
We're going back.
I'm still doing
Why
it,
is she
okay?
asking him what happened? Hell, you know what happened, Sarah?
You were there, Sarah.
What happened? Tell us.
It's like she's screaming at Jorge to answer.
Oh my God, I know. We were playing hide and seek. Like, oh.
You're going to have to stop with that story, Sarah, because that makes no damn ass sense. Just based on everything that followed after that. Ugh,
Oh my God. Yes.
wrong hide and seek player.
Right, okay, good. And you found him in a suitcase, you said?
Yes. We were playing hide and seek last night. I fell asleep. I think they're here.
Right, just keep on pumping his chest until they take over, okay?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
He knows he's for a flip, too.
I am.
Okay.
Open. Come in. Can I stop pumping now?
Let them take over for you, okay?
When was the last time anybody saw him? Last night. We were playing hide and seek. He hit another. It's okay, yeah. Okay. But unfortunately, he's been down too long. There's nothing we can do for him.
So
Wow. Listen to what they say. Does she say something else right there? Oh, just unfortunately, he's been gone too long.
Yes.
Oh my goodness gracious, you guys. That was tough. That was tough to hear and see. I'm going to grab that video of her when they show up. Hold on.
She's super interested though in her interrogation, and I never can move past this. And even in this video, in the body cam footage, she is very interested in what the cops are going to tell his parents. She's very worried about that.
Yeah, because didn't she claim she acted like she was in fear for her life, right? By them.
Yes, yes. That they don't like her. That the last time they got into it and she went and picked him up, they were throwing his clothes in there so forcefully that the car was getting jarred. She's very dramatic, that's Sarah. And Lucas was in the car.
That's Sarah.
Mhm.
Let's see. There we go. Well, I'm not gonna play the interrogation videos there in case TT wants to go over those on her channel, but this video is just like, which that's 2 hours long of interrogation. I haven't seen it all. I've watched a lot of it with you guys. Melissa skipped around, so like that's when I watched the closest was during that live, and so I haven't seen it all. And but yeah, we'll save that one in case you want to go over it on yours, TT, and then we can watch her as they show up. Her, what do you call that? Like
Reaction?
whatever, you know. Yeah, but I was thinking of another word. But yeah, her demeanor. There you go.
Her demeanor. I was thinking bullshit, but okay. Demeanor, bullshit, tomato, tomato.
Yeah, same difference. And then again, just stop it if y'all want, if you guys want me to say something or whatever. Let's see, make sure it's
Yep. It's 6:07, so
this is sad. You can see, it's just sad.
It is sad.
He was last seen last night, so.
You could get all your guys out of there.
What's that?
You could get everything out of
Wrapping
there.
up getting info. You got a clipboard on the and stuff.
Oh, yes, thank you.
I see those sour cream and onion lays. Now I'm wanting some sour cream and onion lays.
Bless this poor officer's heart. She was on her way to get a sub when she got this call. I think she was on her way to get a pub sub. If y'all ever get around a Publix, y'all got to go eat their subs. They're good.
Did you call it?
We don't have one of those here.
What time?
We don't either.
Oh, if y'all ever are in a state, Georgia's got them, Florida's got them. You have to have you have to try a pub sub. They're so good.
Okay, I'll talk to you. We gotta get some information
I
from the
know.
fire
That's
department.
my the property manager. I don't know if I should go tell him really quick or just so he knows what's going on.
Where is he at?
He wants that way.
Oh, don't worry about that. We'll take care of that for you, okay?
I had a cigarette, but
I'll get it for you, okay? Wait 1 second, okay?
I really need something to drink.
Okay,
I got my Dr. Pepper on the counter.
okay, we'll take care of you. Give me 1 second.
Melissa was fascinated that she was drinking out of the faucet. But you know what? I've seen people do that, like in West Virginia. That must be like it's not a form, but like a.
Look, I grew up in the 80s. Kids drank from the hose.
I drank from the hose when I was a kid. It's definitely a Southern thing. I would think that it's everywhere, but I know it's definitely a Southern thing.
Yeah, well, I drank from the hose and I'm fine.
Melissa is from, she's from the city. So I think that she was like, what in the hell is she doing?
Well, yeah, that's probably odd to Melissa being where she's from.
Cityfied. You cityfied, Melissa?
The best water you'll ever taste comes out of those hoses.
Yep.
Because you're thirsty and playing outside, and that's funny. But yeah, okay.
I got black
Put the time.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you called it.
Yeah,
You got the time you called it. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
You can't go back inside. What's going on? Who is he to you? Boyfriend?
Yes, for like 3.5 years.
What happened?
He and I, we drank last night. We had a.
Can you pass this to the around to the FD guys? Stuff. They need to sign that for sure.
They're with me, so they're not
Okay,
going to
okay.
It's
No,
funny
you kids don't
that
have to,
comment
'cause it's
that
not
you've got
yours.
highlighted to Melissa's.
You
It's
kids don't
hilarious
have to put their name in
Normally
it.
because
I just put everybody.
the whole time she's begging for her Dr. Pepper and something to drink. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I know it is. Don't say sorry. You can stop me for anything.
And
I
right,
love
and
listening to both of y'all. So
and Melissa's right. Right as they're about to arrest her, they put her in handcuffs and they're about to come and get her. She's like, I need water.
Yeah.
Just like that too. I need water.
watching, I just laughed at Melissa laughing because her laugh, she does this like if she gets really going, it's like a silent laugh.
I know I'm laughing at that combined with Jen's. Her impersonations are spot on. She had our Pootlian down to a damn science.
Yana, objection, Yana.
I couldn't help it, but I really liked him. That's the little judge, right?
Yeah, no, the older attorney.
Okay, I love the judge on that.
I did too. He was precious.
Yeah, he was. Okay. The officer was like, I'll try to get you what you need. And Sarah goes, a cup, please.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better. Then she wants to get her cigarettes. But unfortunately, although they are outside, they're out on her porch, out the back door, they're still part of the crime scene. So she has the officer go get a cigarette from Brian, who's, bless his heart, waiting. And as the officer is walking away, because she separates Brian and Sarah and doesn't let them talk to each other. And she hollers at her, hey, get a lighter too. Like they're not fixing to wheel her, love of her life,
Look,
out of the house. Trash bag.
My May and Baby D think she was trying to get her phone.
Probably. Who knows what she was trying to do? She's a maniac.
Yeah, can't really predict maniacs.
No, you can't. She's a whole lunatic.
Yeah, you call it.
What's going on?
I
I just got here, so fill me in.
No problem. Like,
Yeah,
he and I put the puzzle together. We've been doing artwork together.
You are putting a puzzle together?
Yes, we have a puzzle that we started in.
Okay.
We've been doing art, trying to take the stuff off the wall to make new art put up there, like having a good time with one another. But we're drinking. We had a bottle of wine last night. Okay. So
Girl,
then it's
bye.
like-
You had 2 bottles of
it's like
wine.
play hide and seek, right?
Okay.
So
Or 3.
he gets in the suitcase.
Can you pause it?
Who is this guy?
That's my ex-husband.
Okay. First, they were putting puzzles together. Then they were doing
Art.
arts and crafts. And then they were playing hide and go. Say, bitch, are you at camp? What are you doing? Why are you
When
acting
she
like
said
this
we're
is camp?
art for the wall, it's like, what?
I didn't see no damn ass art on the wall. I mean, unless that's what was by that suitcase, coloring pictures or something. I don't know.
I seen that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it looks like some kids,
Yeah, it looks like her son's artwork.
It does sound like you're at camp. We were doing
Bitch out
puzzles.
here at
Then we started doing art because we wanted to hang new art on the walls.
right out here acting like
you
she's
at camp?
at damn daycare, going around to the different centers for Pete's sake. She's a Lou.
We
I
did
don't know.
Legos for a little bit.
And then we got drunkard Cooter Brown. Shot.
Yeah, they do. They do all this kids shit while they're drinking wine. I mean,
Right.
It does sound kind of fun. I don't drink, but I gotta admit, it sounds a little bit fun.
It does sound fun, but I mean,
All
not
the puzzles and the art and
yeah, but not the unaliving and zipping people in suitcases and kicking them down the stairs. That part I'd leave out.
Right.
We won't have that activity at our camp.
yeah, definitely
Allie. That won't be
No.
included. You'll have a full day of
No.
activities, but
Oh
not
my
that.
God, Yeah, definitely not that. For sure. Says believe with all your heart. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sad in the heart thing there. Yeah. I see you,
The whole
Sarah.
the whole time I watched this, I kept thinking to myself, I bet she wishes she'd have put a bra on before she fucking called 911.
Okay.
I know. Because that's what I would be thinking. Fuck, I wish I would have put a bra on.
With you guys?
No, I called him over
Oh, me
here.
too.
Okay, okay,
I didn't know what to do.
okay,
I didn't know what to do.
okay.
So then he came over here.
Here, let's talk in private, okay?
I called you guys. I
You
tried
wanna
giving
do
him
brother
CPR. I fell asleep. I fell asleep
When did you see that?
this morning when I found him.
Before you called?
Yes.
It's 1 o'clock right now.
I tried. I was awake, but I actually got out of the bed at like 12:30ish, whatever. So I came downstairs and I was like, "Oh, it's in the suitcase."
The cop is disturbed that she didn't get up until 1 o'clock.
I called him and then I called you guys.
Did he get
Yeah,
here before the
he
fire
called her out
department
on that
got
one.
here?
Who?
Your husband or your
Yes.
ex-husband?
Yes.
Okay. Where does he live at?
Right down the street.
Okay. So you were playing and who dipped him up in
I did, but then I fell asleep.
Okay. You're okay. I wasn't here. I'm just trying to figure out what happened.
Oh my God. Like, take it, dude. Did she just asking you questions? Like,
Right.
But let me ask you guys Jeanette's question. Do you think she would have gotten off without the videos? Do you? I don't, because the suitcase, that makes no sense. It's just like that would have made it look like he didn't get in there on his own, I believe, or that he was never awake in there. But I'm curious what you guys think.
I think she would have gotten charged without that, whether she had that video or not,
I do too.
because of the injury. See, they were suspicious of her. The autopsy wasn't all the way complete. Like, she had sent off her, or I shouldn't say she. I think they reference her as female though. But the medical examiner was still doing more examining. But the preliminary findings did not match Sarah's story. I mean, what she says is that she put him in the suitcase, and that's all she did. But he had contusions, he had scratches, he had a busted lip, he had some skull fractures. So yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Skull fracture?
I didn't hear that about the skull fractures.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me just
Oh
check
my
on that
God.
right quick. I'm pretty sure though that
If
yeah.
that's the case, then I would say she probably definitely shoved that suitcase down the stairs.
I'm
That's
pretty
what I'm
sure
thinking.
that I'm right about that, because I remember, because I remember in the interrogation the cops were like, how did he get these injuries? And they did talk about blunt force trauma. So let me just Google out right quick.
Okay. LFT, her son was not there. That was her son's father who woke her up the next day when she said that her phone woke her up because it was ringing like off the hook or whatever. It was him because she was supposed to get him.
Right.
I figured that it was kid stuff on the fridge, but now I think it was her and Jorge's. That was their coloring pictures hung up there in the background. Okay. Seriously.
I gotta update for you on the dates. Okay, the judge set a and this was published on January 17th, 2023, and this is local news. So let's see. Pre-trial conference for March 28th with a possible trial happening the week of April 10th.
Okay. Well, damn, it's going to be right on top of the other two.
Yes, it is. Sarah, you're so rude.
Yeah, how dare you, Sarah? Now but this will be televised, right? The whole thing?
Yes, I think it's funny, though, that she thought she was going to get anywhere with Governor DeSantis.
I know.
She told that judge, I'm writing to the governor. I just died laughing. DeSantis
she must not know anything about him because he ain't having none of it.
No.
So inconsiderate, Sarah. Yes, Melissa,
I know,
agree.
Sarah. We were trying to, come on.
Hello, you guys. Okay. Let's watch a little bit more. I like to
Okay.
be on camera sometimes. Some people, they like some people feel like they connect with you better, you know, if they can see your facial expressions and stuff. So sometimes I like to go on. But I was showing TT before we started. Look at my outfit. It's a onesie, like full on.
Look how cute
Adult-
you are.
Onesie. I smoke outside and I freeze, so that's why I got it. But and I also got it on clearance for $7 at the Dollar General. So
Look at you, cute and thrifty.
She is the cutest. She's just adorable.
Just
Thank you,
adorable.
Thank you. Oh, look, Maurice, even I know to say about the Santas across the world. She's in Australia. It's funny. Okay. Oh, shit.
right.
I did that again, moving it to the, oh my God, like the bottom of the screen. And now I can't get it back in the bar with all my other ones. Oh my God. Okay.
I don't know if he's suffocated or like had an aneurysm or a heart attack or what. What kind of medical conditions does he have? None that I know of. Nothing that you know of. None that I know of. Medicine no. All we had was a bottle of wine. Literally, just a bottle of wine. Okay. Doing puzzle artwork. Then we decided to play hide and seek. Mm-hmm. That's all that happened. Okay. So I don't know if he had a heart attack or what in there. Like, I don't know what happened. So how long were you doing CPR on him prior to you calling 911? You tried that all morning? Yes. Okay. And then while I was doing CPR. What time did you start? Probably here, let me fill this deputy in, okay? Please, may I have my Dr. Pepper? I am so cotton mouth right now.
Said, what time did you try CPR? Did you try it all morning? And Sarah said yes. Like the cops think she's not even listening to her because she's already said that it was like 12:30 when she got out of bed, but she's not even listening to her. You know what? Oh my God, she annoys the hell out of me.
Okay, so let me correct what I said.
Okay, sorry.
So this is from the article right after. This was May 27th, 2020, and it's also from the local news, and this was right when the autopsy was completed. So it says, a medical examiner has determined a Florida man died of asphyxiation, citing the manner of death as homicide after his girlfriend locked him in a suitcase, according to a report released Wednesday. Sarah Boone was arrested on charges of second-degree murder in February after she was accused of zipping her boyfriend inside a suitcase during a game of hide and seek. Stop writing that. Now, damn, you guys know she wouldn't play no hide and seek. And leaving him to die as he called out her name and told her he couldn't breathe. A post-mortem examination of Boone's boyfriend, 42-year-old Jorge Torres Jr., revealed that he died of positional asphyxia with environmental suffocation consistent with prolonged confinement. The report also revealed that Torres had alcohol in his system at the time of death. Boone told investigators that she and Torres drank alcohol during the night, and she passed out in her bed before letting her boyfriend out of the suitcase where he would later die, according to court records. Based on the medical examiner's findings, they estimated that Torres had been in the suitcase for up to 11 hours or more. A report showed that Torres had a black eye and other bruises and cuts on his head. His back and hands also had abrasions, bruises, cuts, indicating blunt impacts around the body, according to the medical examiner. So there you go.
Can you read the last sentence one more time? The very last about the bumps and bruises on his hands, indicating the trauma or whatever.
Indicating blunt impacts around the body, according to the medical examiner.
It does sound like, what you would hear if he was pushed down the stairs, but I don't know.
I wonder how he got that black eye, though.
Hey, Jane Doe. I don't know. Well, I mean, I just wonder how he got in there, because I really do wonder if they were getting along at first, or was this a fight that had been going on for a while? We know that they love to beat the hell out of each other. They love, and
okay. And also, so the video that's 2 minutes and 20 seconds, that's the first video because they reference it in this article. The first video showed the suitcase facing downward with Torres pushing on the suitcase in an attempt to get out. I never saw that, though. The second video showed the suitcase in another position as if it had been moved. So, yeah, we'll have so much more clarification when this goes to trial. Not if Sarah Boone's doing the talking, though. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not going to be clear.
Her.
Yeah, you can't be listening to no Sarah Boone. She doesn't get shit right.
Steph, what do you mean antisocial personality disorder? He would not be able to gain enough momentum to flip it. She was tossing it, in my opinion. And I wouldn't be surprised if she was hitting it with stuff like that shoe that was over by it and stuff. You know? But
yeah. And I do know at the very end of the interrogation video, Sarah had brought paperwork with her own lists. And some of the things that she's talking about in those lists are items that were removed from her house. But some of those items were also removed, I think, from the suitcase. There were swabs and stuff. I'm curious about that kind of stuff.
yeah, me too.
I think she threw that
out at trial.
Yeah, I still think that she pushed. I think the suitcase where it was originally, where they kept it all the time, was upstairs in the very back of their closet, she said. And they were going through things for a yard sale or a rummage sale or to give away to Salvation Army, something like that. And that's why it was downstairs. I think that's a whole lie. I think that suitcase was upstairs. I think she pushed it down the stairs with him in it. I think she let it sit at the top and then she pushed it down, because I can't figure out how else he would have gotten a black eye, honestly. And for her to have nothing now, because it doesn't make sense to me that these two have a history of being combative with one another physically. And so it doesn't make sense to me that black eye occurred prior to being in the suitcase. And she doesn't have any marks on her indicating any type of struggle.
Right.
So
okay, you're right. That's a good. I don't know how much he weighed, but in this picture, look at his bones. He doesn't look healthy. I'd be curious to know if there's drugs in his system, because he looks like he's on drugs in this. But it could be just alcohol.
Yeah, they only said alcohol. They didn't release anything else. That doesn't mean there wasn't anything else. It just means I don't know about it.
He looks very gaunt. He doesn't look healthy.
He does. He's not I don't think he's I think he's like 5'7". He's not very tall.
Okay. That makes sense. Johnny, yeah, I got a blue. It's my same light. I just have like a blue cover on it that came with, you can change the color or whatever. Okay. Grab the thing again. Or actually, yeah.
Ma'am, and you can't talk to him until we get down with this, okay?
Just don't leave, okay, Brian?
Thank you, ma'am.
Well,
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Lucas.
I know. Do me a favor. Stand over there by that car. Give me 1 second.
See, that's an important part too. That exchange between she and Brian. Because at no time in this 40 minutes and 42 second video does she ever ask about her son. Not once. When they separate her and Brian, he does make arrangements. He's the one telling her, I have to go get Lucas. And she's like, I know.
I remember you pointing this out on your channel. And yeah, to me, that would be one of the first things I thought about. Like,
yes.
I don't know.
I told you guys that story. I had a seizure one time, and the paramedics came to the house. I mean, and it was a lot of them, and like it's extra embarrassing because I knew some of the people because I was friends with one of the guys from the fire department. It's his wife, and so I knew some of the fire department. But they came into the house, and they're like, "Can you walk down the stairs?" And I said, "Yeah." But before I did anything, I said, "I need to check on my daughter. I need to make sure she's okay, my little one, my youngest, and let her know that I'm okay before they take me." So there's no excuse for you, Boone. None. No, I just had a whole seizure.
Yeah, and I've had one, and when you wake up, you are so disoriented. You don't know what hell just happened. You just hurt, and you're like, where am I? What's going on?
I had epilepsy when I was young. I did.
Oh
Yep.
my God.
Mhm.
Wow, Jen.
Mhm. I had to be on
How do you,
Tegretol
what,
and stuff.
are you on medication? Okay.
Do what, babe?
Are you
I
on
don't have
medication?
to, and not anymore. I was when I was between the ages of 12 and 14. They had me on Tegretol, and I had to be off of the Tegretol and seizure free for 2 years. So they stopped it at 14, so that I could get my driver's license at 16. I've only ever had one seizure after that.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
Bentley's dad has them, and he used to take Tegretol, and now he takes Keppra, but he also, like, he'll go 2 years without one. So it's scary because the last one he hadn't had one for a few years. So no one expected it, and he was like outside. I looked outside, and he was just laying on the ground out there. And
Oh, wow.
it's
Well,
scary.
I'll tell you, that seizure was due to the fact it had iced in Texas, and everything was shut down for a week. And I think I was like on day 5 or 6 without Xanax, because those are, the doctor would have to write you a prescription every month for it. But because it had iced and everything was shut down, that's what caused being without Xanax is what caused me to have that seizure.
That's what happened to me when I had the one I told you about. I was from benzo withdrawal.
Mm-hmm.
Riddler says he must have just looked it up. At 42 years old, Jorge is 5'6" and 123. He was
wow.
Small. Wow.
Wow.
That's very small. So
That is very small.
Little suitcase.
Yeah.
That's littler than me, height and weight.
Yeah, because I'm 5'4". Well, I'm not quite all the way 5'4", and like before I ever had kids, I was like 105, 110 pounds, somewhere in between there. But when you hit a certain age, after I had lost all the weight and everything, and I was at 5'4", 120 pounds, I didn't look good because I was too old. I couldn't, I was almost 40. I looked sick, but
Yeah. I'm like 5'7", and we're like 150 pounds, 155 pounds. So I'm definitely bigger than him. I don't think I could fit in a suitcase like that. I really don't. I don't know, maybe, but
I'm pretty bendy and I can fold. I really do think that I could fit in the suitcase that size. I can get wad up pretty tight.
Yeah.
Like an armadillo. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to try it, Phil. Now I don't want to try it.
Me neither. Okay. It's I don't know. I would be curious to see, though, somebody at his size exactly to try. And I wonder, they're going to get into that at the trial, how he got in there and
yes,
that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm not telling y'all my weight because I already told y'all that I packed away some trouble. I guess I stored some nuts for the winter or some shit because we did have some cold days here in the Floridas. So I ain't telling y'all how much I weigh. I'll tell you when I'm back to my right weight, when I don't have the trouble.
See, I at this age, I don't even care about that. Like my weight. I like being curvy a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's okay we're women. We're supposed to have curves and be soft and all that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not saying, you know what I mean, to a healthy degree, but
right. But here's the deal. It's hotter than 9 kinds of hell in Florida in the summertime. And I'm 46. Okay. So things are starting to happen like hot flashes and shit. So the last thing you want is extra layers of trouble around any part of your body. It's too damn hot. It's too damn hot.
I know you're right. And Jen, you and I sound exactly alike when you were describing yourself because I'm not quite 5'4" either. I'm 5'3" and something. But when we put on a pound, we know it at our height.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Especially when you get to a certain age, it all seems to go right in the mid. I've never had a chubby belly. I always had a little pooch because I had 4 C-sections. But here lately, There's some
Well-
rolls where there weren't rolls before, I'll tell you that.
Well, Amber's 5'3" too. ATS.
Oh, really?
That's a common height, but you know what? You're right. It does when you're shorter, because my mom's 5'2", and weight on me, like a certain weight for me looks very different than a certain weight for her. I could realistically weigh between like 145 and 165 and probably
And you
look about
wouldn't-
the same.
Yeah, you'd look about the same. But with us, we have to be very, very careful.
Yeah.
Yes, us girls that come in snack size do
Yes,
have
yeah.
to be quite careful. Otherwise, we start looking like a busted can of biscuits.
Melissa's 5'3" too. All y'all are 5'3".
Really? So that's
Yeah.
pretty popular then. I don't feel so bad. I thought we were like the oddballs out because so many tall people around. I wish I was tall. People, when people ask you if there's one thing you could change about yourself physically, it would be my height. I would love to be taller. I get so tired of like climbing over into the washing machine to get clothes out. Like my feet stick up,
That's why I finally got a front loader. That's why I finally got.
That's next for me. Yes.
Yeah, I finally got
Kelly-
a front loader for that because I'm like, I can't do it. And on
Can't
top
reach
of it,
down in it.
well, here's the deal. Not
That's
only
so
am
cute.
I short, okay, I'm really 5'3", 5'4" is really average for a woman, okay, but it's not tall. Not only am I short, but I also have T-Rex arms. Like I don't have incredibly long arms. So then I really have to. Do you know how many times I've tried to get something off of one of the high shelves in the kitchen and said, damn these T-Rex arms, so many times.
I know.
So many.
Well, shoot, I can't imagine y'all at the store because I'm already climbing up on the shelves and I'm 5'7", and I will have to climb sometime on the shelves, like in the store, and I will do it. But
I don't shop on the
Yes,
high
so.
shelves, Allie. I know that's an accident. Look, I already told y'all the stories of me tripping over air and shit. I don't shop on the high shelf. If it's on the high shelf and I can't get it, I'm just like, I don't need it. Sometimes I just have to walk away.
Amber said when she was pregnant, her brother called her Mrs. Pac-Man. That is so cute, Amber. I'm sorry. I love that.
It is cute. It is cute.
Okay. Wolfie climbs too. See, I climb before asking anyone for help. I'm climbing too all the time. I feel like I always need something off the
And
very
my
top.
mom is 6 foot. So, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. And I just,
Damn.
yeah.
I'm the tallest
That's
girl
really
in the family. My sister's shorter. My sister's like 5'2", and my mom was 5'2" too. Also. Damn this damn wind. There it goes, Florida.
Maurice is 5'7", and I'm like, I'm 5'7", like 155 or so. And she's like, I'm 5'7" and 120. Like, hey, that girl. How are you, that girl? They say it skips a generations that you're like your grandparents' height. Wow, that's pretty interesting. My parents are 5'2" and 6'5", so I'm like right in the middle. But okay, I guess I'm gonna keep playing this. Well,
I got bad.
This.
I don't know how tall
ahead, Jen,
Olivia
'cause
Chicky
I'm
Nuggy is.
stuck. I can't.
Yeah,
do it
I don't know
anyways.
how tall Olivia Chicky Nuggy is going to be because her mom is shorter than I am, and her dad is tall. But if you're like your grandparents, that means that she's going to be like me and her granddad in there, and she's not going to be tall. I'm sorry, Chicky Nuggy Popeye Esquire, you're going to be a snack size too.
Fun size.
Fun size.
That's cute. Mm-hmm. That girl, I'm doing pretty good. I've had a pretty good weekend. I'm blessed, so yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna play it if I can, because when I was going to it froze, but here we go.
Or somebody else on that call a break and text me once he has to do a transport for 20 miles.
Here, I want you to sit down because I don't want you passing out. This is probably a lot for you, right? Sit. I don't water. I can get you some water, okay? Just I want you not on your seat. I don't want you passing out on me. I need water. Okay, I'll get some for you.
You're trying to try, but you're on it.
how are you? Okay, so you don't live here in this house?
No. I live down in Lake Renata Cove.
Lake Renata Cove. Okay.
Yeah.
So kind
Yeah.
of tell me how you.
Here comes Brian to not claim this
Well,
bitch.
I've been calling.
Come down here. We gotta talk.
I wouldn't either, honestly. So
He's like, oh no, we've been divorced. We were divorced years ago.
Your ex.
Yes.
hell no.
No. Ex-wife. We've been divorced about a year and a half. About 11:30 is when I started calling to find out because this is supposed to be her day. So, her child.
Okay.
She's generally not very good about always doing it.
They called back and said she was still there, or she came back.
So I was calling to find out if she was going to be getting him or not today.
From school. Okay.
Yes. So I started calling like 11:30, called every half hour or so, and then finally got a hold of her at 12:49, which is when she told me what was going on and if I'd come over here. So I came over.
She called at 12:45.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or 12:49.
12:49.
Got over here, told her she needed to call 911, get somebody over here, and then basically she said she'd go outside, have a drink and a cigarette. I walked back out the house because I didn't really want to.
Who called? Did you call or did she call?
Well,
Want a lawn that looks like this, but your lawn looks a little bit more like this? Then you should click right here and check.
I called. She called me back when I was on my way to make sure I was coming over. But I called her
Give me 1
initially.
second, okay?
But I called her initially.
Do you have water in your car by any chance?
I don't think so.
Nothing?
No,
Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay, so she called, you get over here.
So I called her first.
Okay.
Trying to find out if she's going to get Lucas. That's what she told me everything's going on. I got my stuff together, put the puppy up in this crate. When I was starting to drive over here is when she called me to make sure I was coming, and then I got over right after.
Did you go inside and see, and then?
I walked inside the front. I didn't see the little front tile area.
Come on, step this way.
I saw legs. I just didn't really want to get in there around it, so I told her.
Well, just for the sake of the crime scene, I want to know if I were to find your footprint, it would be because you went this far into the house. So did you actually make entry past the threshold?
I don't think I ever made it to the carpet. I think it was just in that. I've been over here before.
Right. Yeah.
But no, I don't think I stepped past that tile area.
Okay. So
I touched doorknob. I don't think I touched anything in the kitchen. I don't know if that really matters.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of what you have. Well, sit tight for us. We're going to make a few phone calls, and then we'll go from there.
I'm sorry, but I'm watching this and I'm thinking, I cannot imagine if I know that this person is taking care of my child and things like this are happening. I mean, you hear him, he's like, she's not reliable and she's drinking sometimes. I'm calling over and over to make sure she's going to get him. Already don't like that. I'm sorry, but I would be fighting like hell against that.
I was going to say, why does she even have them? Why does he even allow her to have them?
Yeah.
Have him?
Here's the deal. I don't think that she does have him that often. So, what I'm given to understand is that he has primary custody. She has visitation. And you see that even though this is supposed to be her day and she's supposed to pick Lucas up from school, you see he's very clearly off. This is a Monday. He's very clearly off, home, and available because I don't think he said it, she's not reliable. And he goes into it a little bit more further in, I think, when they start asking him more questions. But basically, he doesn't want Lucas around them when they're like this. But they were sort of off and on too. And I think so. I think he would allow him to be over there when they were split up, when her and Jorge were split up.
Okay, so that makes sense. But yeah, you're right. He's like available and not really counting on her anyways.
No, he's not.
Oh my God. Remember, he married her and had a kid, so his judgment isn't that great, obviously. Steph said. Yeah, he doesn't trust her, Tiff, at all.
I think he learned, you know, you know how sometimes she may not have always been this way, you know.
And sometimes you don't know somebody. I'm sorry, but even on YouTube, I've learned, you know, in real life, it's like before you know someone. On YouTube, it takes months too. I think, you know, I feel like time is different on YouTube, so maybe not the full 6 months, but it still takes a while. You think that, you know, fast friendships like form really fast.
Yes.
But you don't know somebody until you've really spent some time getting to know them. I always get frustrated when people like get in a new relationship and like week 1, I have a friend who will be like introducing him to her daughter, like, I love you. And I'm like, you don't even know him.
I know. I've got friends like that, and it drives me mad.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Y'all know me. I have the hardest time with the L word. I don't use it unless I mean it. And I think, you know, people, I will say you're right, Allie, that friendships seem to be accelerated on social media, but y'all, just take it from somebody who might be just, I'm older, maybe a little bit, and I'm probably like 2% wiser, but still 2% is more. And just you know, save a little for the second date. You know, take your time to get to know people.
Yep.
You got to wait.
Time is clarity. Ain't that true, Corey? That is so true. MK said he got all the bras in the divorce.
Sweet. Oh, MK. He didn't wear one today because I see him blowing around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but you've met him before.
I've met him before, yes. Okay. Yes. They've got a whole fun history.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. You guys have called over this like
for the two of them?
Yeah, he's been through like 5 times.
So. I'm not familiar with him. So. I haven't been here personally. So they have.
He's currently the all president. So.
Because of domestic violence with her.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Last time he got. Retrial something or other. He had to go to a domestic violence class. Okay. I know he was doing it at a parole officer, stuff like that. But I mean, like every time she'd have him arrested, the next day she's trying to get him bailed out of jail. So I don't know what it is.
Oh, she's getting water from the tap. Probably gonna pass out on it. Okay. Well, listen, please give me a site.
Oh, no.
I'll make a phone
not a problem.
call.
I mean,
when's your kid need to be picked up?
Lakeline Elementary.
How soon though?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Okay. Let me try and get this going for you because I know you need that. Martinez.
Can you? Oh, I meant to mute. Shoot. Can you imagine what she's thinking right now?
She's probably like, I wish I wouldn't have taken this call. I should have gone right to Publix and got that sub like I'd have wanted to. This is a mess.
Yeah. Let somebody else take care of this one because I wanted to ask y'all though. I'm glad I thought of this while you're up here before we end them. If
I'll go ahead and start making the call.
If this was reverse, if he would have called, I found her in the suitcase. We were playing hide and seek. They found the video of her begging to get out. Do you think that things would be different? Do you think public perception would be different, or no?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. They'd be ready to burn him at the stake.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. And he would probably be getting first degree.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. Yep. 100%. It would be so different. It really shouldn't be at all.
It shouldn't.
No, it shouldn't.
I've always said that too, Allie, that, I mean, it's different between a man and a woman when something happens, and it shouldn't be. It should be the same for all of us. But it would definitely be different. I think there would be a lot of outrage.
Yep.
There would be. And I think that's because it's taken us as a society a long, long time to understand domestic violence against women. But now we need to start working. We should have been doing this all along, but now we need to understand domestic violence against men, because it absolutely does happen.
It does.
Look how,
And the
you know,
reality is that there are some women mean as damn snakes. They're just as mean and evil. Some of them even worse, more evil than men. I mean, with some of the worst we've seen have been committed by females.
you're absolutely right about that.
I feel like women even tend to be a little more cruel about it, you know,
And more
like,
calculated.
Yes.
oh my God. It's crazy. It's just crazy.
I think
never
that's
heard.
because women are detail oriented. We have to be,
Right.
because we usually are the ones biologically, you know, I know it's not, doesn't happen in all homes, but we were the ones biologically created to carry and tend to the children. Society is what's changed that. But we tend to be more detail oriented. And so I think that's why women tend to be, in my opinion, I agree with you guys, crueler, sometimes often sadistic. And it's a I shouldn't say that, a long thought out plan.
Yes.
They've been planning it for a long time. They don't typically just do something spur of the moment.
Man, yeah, manipulative. Oh gosh, there's nothing worse than, I think there's a lot of manipulative men too. I don't know, but there's nothing worse
There is
manipulative woman. Yeah, more calculated. That's what I was thinking. They absolutely are.
And I think that's why I have such a hard time and such a, I feel so strongly about Lori Vallow. And I feel like she's really trying to twist the narrative and make it seem as if Chad is the one that was pulling all the strings. And I see right through that. And I'm telling you guys, Chad's guilty. Do not get me wrong. He was complicit. He aided, he abetted, he did all the things. But I promise you guys, it all came from Lori. She's just manipulative in probably the most dangerous way. She's the type of manipulative that makes you think it was your idea.
Yep. That's true. She is manipulative. I think I just think they're the perfect combination for something like what happened to them, because they're both evil and gross. Because yeah, and think about Tammy, you know, Lori knew about it and she's charged with it. She was part of it, but she wasn't there. So I think that he's he's just as,
I think she told him. I think she told him what to do. I do. I think that Lori. Listen, do I think Lori separately was going to do whatever? She already unalived someone separately. Okay, But do I think, would Chad have unalived his wife if not for Lori? No, I don't think so. I think that what Lori did was convince him that they had been together in multiple lifetimes, and that basically Tammy was in the way of this lifetime. That's what I think. I think she fed into some of the things that Chad already was thinking about, as far as, he had conversations with Jesus and stuff like that. I think Lori fed into it and hyped him up. I think Lori is and I know people don't like this, but I think NK was this way too. I think NK worked. She found out from Chris the kind of person that Shanann was, and she did her own snooping too, let's be honest. And I think she worked very hard to be the antithesis of that. I think Lori did the same thing. I think she worked very hard to be the antithesis of everything that Tammy was. So if Tammy wasn't on board with some of Chad's thinking and ideas and stuff like that, Lori would be the opposite. And she would be the one encouraging him and saying, she just doesn't understand you. And it's little tiny, small comments like that. And over time, it builds up and builds up and builds up. And I think that she, I think they both ought to be punished, period. Equally punished.
Yeah, I agree. But a lot of people, Amber and Melissa, both said 100 spot on. So I don't know. It's interesting. I'll be very interested to see if Chad turns on her, but
me too.
When I press play, I'm going to go run to my house. It'll take me a half a second, but I got to go get mommy.
Okay.
It's about gummy time. It's gummy 30.
Okie dokie, artichokey.
Torres, Torres, and his first name, George, Jorge, Jorge. His birth date, 2/13/78. And this is the boyfriend. Yes. How long? 3.5 years.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You're not ready for it.
I just did the math.
You did the math on what?
Okay. Did you hear what she said? They've been together 3.5 years, but Brian said that they've been divorced for 1.5 years.
Well, maybe they just didn't get divorced right away. They were separated and went on about their lives. You know?
Yeah. Probably separated, but not divorced.
Right.
I just like to say mean things about Sarah because she drives me nuts. I don't like liars.
I don't either.
And I'm particularly insulted by liars whose stories make no sense. Like they didn't even try to lie good. That's not even right. Try to lie well. She's not even trying to lie well. You're just coming up with any old cockamamie-ass story, and that's what I can't stand. That's really extra insulting.
I think she's smarter than everyone else around her, and she, is banking on everyone to just buy whatever she sells.
I made straight A's in school. I excel at everything. You don't excel at writing, ma'am, because those run-on sentences are horrible. Your sentence structure, your syntax, terrible, ma'am. Terrible. No, punctuation is worse. Ugh. Sarah Boone.
I didn't read her letters. Is it that bad?
Go listen to my dramatic reading. Well, you know what? Don't wait, because I'm gonna put together I'm working on it now, a whole video of the highlights before the trial starts, the highlights from this body cam, the highlights from the interrogation, and then I'm gonna read the letters out, and yeah. I got a little funny thing I'm going to do with the letters.
You're
can't
good
wait
at
to
putting
show
all
you
that together,
guys.
so I look forward to that.
I'm going to try to have it done by Sunday. We'll see.
I don't know. It's loading. As soon as I got to my door, the ad started. So I ran back over here, pressed pause, and then I had my phone in my hand watching you and listening. But yeah, so I just left it on pause. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. Now, what was it, the math you did, Jen? Because I didn't hear that. That was during my run.
Okay. Bless your heart. Okay. So, and I mean that in the nice bless your heart way, not the fuck you way that some people mean it, or it can be said. I mean that genuinely. I said that they've been her and Jorge have been together for 3.5 years, but she and Brian have only been divorced for 1.5 years.
Oh, wow.
But I told her they were probably just, their divorce wasn't finalized. They were already separated, and they both went on about their lives, and is what I'm figuring, maybe.
And Jen don't care.
Right.
Jen,
a long time.
Jen wants to add hoe to the list of things that Sarah Boone is. Don't care.
Jen don't care.
Jen don't care. He was a hoe, Sarah Boone. A ho-ho.
Why is it doing that? Like the loading thing.
And you got it that whole time?
Okay.
And your last name? Boone. Spell it. B-O-O-N-E. First name? Sarah. S-A-R-A-H. Birthday? 10/10/77.
And we don't have to listen to all of this, but let's just watch at least a few more minutes.
You had a second to kind of collect yourself. Tell it to me again. You guys were playing last night, drinking a bottle of wine.
Putting puzzles together, doing artwork.
Doing puzzles, artwork. Okay.
Had a bottle of wine and then decided to play hide and seek.
Mm-hmm.
So
what time was that? Do you remember? I mean, I know that I was in bed probably by like what, 12:30.
Okay.
Well, I went upstairs at least, and I fell asleep, forgetting that he was
So
in
you
the
guys were
suitcase.
playing the hide and go seek.
Yes.
And at some point you put him in the suitcase?
No, he got in the suitcase. So he thought it'd be funny to be put in the suitcase. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to joke with you and I'll zip you up and make him, squirm a little bit, whatever it is. And I fell asleep. I fell asleep.
Where was the suitcase?
So that right there,
Right
it wasn't hide and seek.
No, it wasn't.
Well, I mean, we know it wasn't, but she just contradicted herself.
She's contradicted herself 3 times in this thing. I fell asleep. Well, I didn't mean to fall asleep. Bitch, which was it? Did you fall? Look, you went upstairs and did all the things that everybody does when they get ready for bed. You put your PJs on, you brushed your teeth, and you got your ass into the bed. Now, I don't know about anybody else if there's only 2 things that I do in the bed, okay? One of them is sleeping. I do not go ahead and do my whole nighttime routine and then do my fucking taxes or anybody else's. Okay? I don't get in my bed and start to solve crimes either. So stop playing with us, Sarah Boone.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much. I love it too. Thank you. I love these girls, and you guys like together.
We love you too.
Well, good. I'm glad because
I've been looking forward to this.
I was looking forward to it with you girls, and then when you guys invited me, I was like, yay, of course I'll come and be up on panel. I love you girls. You know I do.
I'm so glad, and I love that you're both here. It's just I was so excited as well. DT, when you were talking about how you were tired and stuff, and I was like, I've got to ask her just to be nice in case she wants to cancel. But I really hope
No, I wouldn't dare.
I was so excited. Okay, what I noticed, what she says there, and thank you again, Teresa, so much. She knows exactly what she's like. Well, I was in bed at 12:30. So what, you just laid up there, looked at the clock, and you're like, like down here in the suitcase, and like lay down and go to sleep? I don't know.
If you'll notice, she first said, I went to bed. Well, I went upstairs. But then she says, then she backtracks. I mean, she contradicts herself several times right in this little bit right here.
I have to be honest, it doesn't look like she slept. It doesn't look like she slept. She doesn't have bed head or anything. Now, I'm not saying that her hair looks washed because it sure as hell doesn't. But, so you know that one of her bedtime routines was not taking a shower. So we know that didn't occur. But she doesn't really look like she slept.
Well, if you sleep with your hair down and it's that length right there, when you wake up, it's usually like all over the place, especially the length her hair is. It's that perfect length to just be effed up.
To get bedhead. You'd think she'd have some bedhead.
She got some bed something, but
bed bugs.
Don't know the Lord. It's just a whole mess.
She is. Oh, I just get angry looking at her.
Bless her heart in the southern way.
For reals.
Way, yes.
Down there.
Yes.
You zipped him in there.
Yes.
Thought it would be funny, a little.
It was. We both were laughing about it.
Okay.
And then I fell asleep.
Where did you fall asleep at?
Upstairs.
In your bedroom?
Yes.
Okay.
Totally forgetting that he was in the suitcase still.
Okay. And then you came back downstairs.
This morning? Or this afternoon, yes, when I got up.
What time?
12:30-ish. I was awake, but I totally forgot that he was in the suitcase. He can tell you there's a lot of things that we have been going through. Jobs.
Yeah, he did tell me.
Life, all that good stuff. So I just totally forgot.
You began to do CPR on him?
Yes. Yes.
About what time this morning did you start that CPR?
No, it was the afternoon. It was afternoon because I was awake. And I finally decided to come downstairs at like 12:30-ish, whatever it is. And I was like, I forgot he was in the suitcase and he wasn't moving. Nothing was happening. So I unzipped him, took him out and started doing CPR on him. He was on his way over here. I called you when he got here.
Once he got here, you...
Yes.
Okay.
And air was coming out and he was gurgling, but I could just tell by looking at it.
But you had to do CPR. You were doing that on your own?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the person that was on with me also, I counted with him doing.
And he's got no medical. He doesn't take
I don't know. Like, I don't know Kawhi's. Like, what I know, he doesn't take any medications whatsoever. Okay. The only thing, like I said, I don't know if alcohol had something to do with it, but we gotta look.
Okay. All right. I want you to sit back down because I don't want
Can
you.
I have one more sip of water, please?
Yeah, go.
She's still begging for that water.
Wine and
do what I
Florida
do.
wind is very drying to the system.
The cups are like right there.
I'm sorry, I love you to laugh.
I won't.
Her over there, that damn hose tickles the shit out of me.
On the back porch.
Nope, all of it. It's secure, okay? I'll try my best to get you what you need, okay? Maybe one of these deputies has a pack from someone, sit down and I'll try and get you what you need, okay?
Just cut.
Or faucet or whatever.
I don't want you on your feet.
Just a cup, please.
She's such a look at her.
She is disturbed. She is thirsty.
3 skincare essentials.
Melissa.
1 dermatologist design starter set. Curology. Now at Target.
Oh my God.
Want a big way to keep and manage and read your mail when away on business, on vacation, or abroad? Want
Well, Melissa, lying is thirsty work. She started off the conversation talking about cottonmouth.
Marie, I'm sorry. I love your laugh. You got me tickled. Okay.
Ooh, make my cheeks hurt.
In a minute here, she's going to holler, make sure you get a lighter.
Shit, I'm going to need you to hush. Okay.
Wiping the excess off on her shirt.
Brian, B-R-I-A-N. 527-75.
And your child is in school right now. He's not here with you.
No. He's
okay.
in school.
He's in school. How old is he?
This will be a fun one. He's 9. He's third
I
grade.
can't even start with how you would explain something like this. Okay. 6th grade, you said?
Third grade.
Third grade. Third grade. Okay.
Yes.
How, if you can't explain it to a child, how are you going to explain it to a jury?
That would be a good spot to stand. So we'll take it from there. I'll keep you updated.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, thank you.
He's probably like, thank God, let me get the hell out of here. Lord, I would be. I'd be running to my car. Don't ask me to come back. I don't want to tell you nothing else. I don't know nothing else. For real.
Y'all, they have been on scene for quite some time now. Obviously, this officer's body cam was late to arrive. They still haven't called the coroner yet.
Oh
Welcome to Florida.
Well, that's like Idaho. The coroner, well, I don't know when they called her, but she didn't show up for 5 hours. So,
but that was a Sunday. She can be forgiven for being late on the Lord's Day, but this is Monday.
Glenjamin said shoulder all wet. That one made me laugh for a second. I had to show y'all. And then I want to say too, Maurice and Steph, I hope you guys both feel better.
Oh, are they sick?
Oh, baby D, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad we made you laugh.
Oh, I'm so sorry too. Maurice had surgery and Steph has a fever. They were talking about it.
Aww.
Don't keep track of time like Candace and Hunter. Oh God, don't get me started on those.
She's keeping track of time now. Bitch out here writing mile-long letters with every day, every hour, every second she's spent in that jail cell. She's keeping track now. My favorite part is at the very end of her interrogation when she's like, I'm never touching alcohol again. You bet you got that right. You're going to jail.
I heard you on that.
You're like jailhouse homebrew.
Yeah, you're going to get that jailhouse hooch made in the toilet.
Mm-hmm. Some hooch is all you're looking at. But yeah, I was watching you on that. Jen, you're like, what do you mean? Like, where you're going, sweetheart, they don't have alcohol.
It's not, it's.
And look, in that part in the interrogation where she says, "Y'all keep me updated, won't you?" Like, bitch, you ain't going nowhere. What you mean? They gonna keep you real updated.
I'm going to write to her and ask her if she's got a prison pie recipe. And then I'm going to send her makeup tips from Lori Vallow. Hot Cheeto dust makes good lipstick. Coffee makes excellent mascara. All the things.
Well, you know what? I actually have thought about writing, like, imagine the letters that you would get back, especially after convicted. Now, not before they're convicted, I don't know, but like Letitia, imagine what the hell she would say. I've heavily considered writing people a couple times just because, yeah.
Letitia has written people back as her quote unquote alters, and all of her alters have the last name of Stout. Now, please explain that to me, ma'am. That is not how that shit works.
No, not at all. Your alters don't remember each other and share the same name and all that.
No, they do not. Did you not watch Split? Did you not watch Sybil? Hell, even what's the other one? With my other husband that I can't think of right now because all that's coming to mind is Evan. What's his name from Fight Club?
We got Brad Pitt and then the other guy. What's his
Edward,
name?
Edward. What is it?
I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name, but yes.
Yes, him. Primal Fear. That's it. Didn't you watch Edward Norton? Thank you, Melissa Jade. Oh, I think Melissa Jade and I fight over Edward Norton too. I know we fight over Evan Peters, but I love me some Edward Norton. I don't know why.
Gerard Butler is mine. I love Gerard.
Yes,
Butler.
he's cute. Oh, I love him in that movie where they're like the underground. Gosh, what is it? It's like a whole underground thing. Gosh, I can't think of it. Like a hostage situation. I like him too, Gerard. I can't think of the name of that, but hopefully it'll come to me at some point. Here's old Edward Norton in Fight Club. Y'all fight over him. But you know that Brad Pitt's in that movie, right?
Yeah, but I like Edward Norton. Don't ask me why.
He's a good actor, too.
I like him, too. I like him.
Oh, I like Brad Pitt in that movie, too, though. His alter ego or his, who he thinks or whatever, his other version of himself.
Yeah, his alter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, look at him when he was young. So cute. Okay.
Here's the thing, Nadine. Charlie Hunnam is hot, but then he talks, and his voice doesn't match Jack's, so it's always a letdown for me. It took me a long time to get used to his real voice, his actual British accent, but now I think he's dreamy either way. He is delicious. Oh,
wait,
Charlie Hunnam. Charlie Hunnam.
He's all right. But Gerard Butler and Mark Wahlberg are mine. I think that man will be sexy till he's 90. Mark.
Oh, he gives you good vibrations, does he, TT?
Oh, he's gorgeous.
Oh,
okay. Oh yeah, he's cute. He's very cute. From that, is he from that motorcycle show or whatever?
Yes, Sons of Anarchy. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Well, I had to go look at these men to get through some more Sarah Boone. So sorry. Excuse me.
We need to take a good looking man pause. Because we can't be looking Boone and no bra Boone.
My celebrity crush is a little rapper who's like way younger than me. His name's Jack Harlow. He's so cute though. Oh my God. Yeah, I love him. He redid that Fergie song, the First Class. I know y'all have heard it all over the place.
Yes.
Oh, he's a cutie. Okay.
He was sunset gazing. American History X is one of my favorites.
Yes. Oh my God. I love that movie.
I also like Tyson Ritter from the All American Rejects. And Jared Leto. I've liked him since he was Jordan Catalano.
want to do this now? Did we get that dog by any chance?
He's sleeping on the.
Okay. The backyard's not fenced. Okay. Because we put him in the backyard and I guess he knew to. Sorry? Your dog. We thought the backyard was fenced.
The dogs are outside?
No. We have them contained.
One's deaf and one's blind.
Okay.
That's why I was making sure they were under the table.
Nope, that's yours. So we just wait for get the instructions on what to do next. You got some water, good, okay. Not right now. We can't have you go and get anything. Why don't you sit in the shade? You're okay right there? Or maybe a little closer here where the shade is?
I buy the same products you do, only I get them much cheaper. I save hundreds of dollars a month by doing this one.
I love that this officer is being so sweet, but let me just say this. As a smoker, I don't give a rat's fattening cap how hot it is. If I have to pick a struggle, I'd rather be hot and have a cigarette than pleasant and not have a cigarette.
1,000%.
Just saying.
Yeah. Yes. I'll burn up. I mean, oh God, yeah. 100%
Me too.
agree.
Me too.
Burn up for a damn cigarette.
Sure would, especially under a stressful situation such as what's occurring here. When you finna try to get away with some red rumming, you need to have a cigarette.
Oh yeah. Completely agree. Raquel Welch. Yes. Grace is beautiful.
Yes, she is.
I heard silence. I said 220. I was leaving Econ in 50. Just gonna go get me a sub.
Oh God. Is it echoing?
We can't let you guys
No.
right now.
Yay. Okay.
You want me to get a cigarette from him and bring it to you?
Also, don't be alarmed at the air traffic that's occurring right now. That's just Florida. It's normal.
No problem.
It's windy as hell, man. Wow.
Yeah, it gets real windy in February, real blustery.
Okay.
I was gonna have him arrange.
What about in the summer? Yes.
No, in the summertime, it depends on where you live. Like the closer you are to the beach, we get like breakthrough showers in the afternoon, like every day around like 2. The wind will pick up and it's pulling the moisture off the ocean, and we'll get a breakthrough shower, and then it'll feel like a whole sauna for a minute, and then it'll be
All
fine.
right, let me get homicide.
Okay. Yeah, I think you would need the wind in the summer down there.
I don't notice now everybody argues with me, but I honestly don't notice the humidity in my part of Florida. I don't think it's any more, and the only reason I know that is because I got naturally curly hair, and when it gets really humid, I be looking like a whole alpaca. Okay. But I don't have that problem here in the Floridas. It might be because of the salt air. I don't know. Counteracts the alpaca look. Not sure.
Well,
but
you wouldn't make it here in Mississippi because that's all we have is humidity.
Same here.
It was like that in Texas. I just be putting my hair up in a bun. I don't care.
Oh my gosh, I'm surprised by that because I thought it was so humid where I'm at because we're right on the water. But because it's so humid, you can't breathe in the summer. I'm telling you, if you're not by the water,
either. It's horrible.
That's misery. That is complete misery.
Like you can feel the dampness in the air.
Yeah.
Why is this muted right here?
She's muted her mic. She mutes it. They're talking about something. They mute again when they all get together. But look at old Sarah Boone sitting all crisscross applesauce, spoons and forks in the bowl.
She's parched AF.
It's natural, you know. You have anxiety, you're scared, right? It's okay. You don't have to.
I don't know how to. I'm just waiting for whoever. So.
Move fast.
I can tell you this. I'm gonna be here just as long as you are, including my.
Because you leaving with them, baby girl.
All right.
Do you ever look at somebody and think they smell?
Yes.
That's what I see when I look at her.
I think she smells like booze and cigarettes.
Yes, she just looks.
I agree. She totally does.
Unwashed.
They should make Sarah serve her sentence in a suitcase. Damn straight.
We already got a detective on the way. He's on the screen. Okay.
I'm surprised they haven't taken her out of there.
They actually don't. She ends up staying with Brian. And then like 2 days, so I think it's Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday is when she goes voluntarily drives herself to the cop shop and does the interrogation. So she was free for like, I don't know, maybe 48 hours.
Wow. Okay. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm so surprised by that. Is that the detective?
Yep, here she comes. Yes, look at her face. See her face right now? Even though you've paused it there, she's already, just wait. This is the same one that interviews her and all that, and she is not beat for Sarah's bullshit at all. Not today and not 2 days from now. She's done
now,
with
I remember
Sarah
her.
Boone.
That's it. I remember the lady in the interrogation room from watching you guys go over it. So is she pregnant? I wonder if she looks pregnant. But
I thought she was pregnant too, and I thought about writing to her, maybe see if she would come on the show, right? Come on the show. Like I have a whole show. I mean, I have a mess.
You do have
but not a yeah, shit show.
No.
Sarah.
And I said, well, maybe if we say we're gonna like send her.
I don't want you getting lightheaded.
She's not. Are you sure she's not pregnant, Stephlyn? Because I'm pretty sure she is. She looks like she's got a little baby belly.
They're gonna ask you.
Yeah, and it's more. It's like, yeah, she might not be, and I mean, there's other reasons why your stomach's swollen, but versus like the rest of her body,
right? That's what I thought, and I thought we could offer her maybe something like some kind of little onesie with the ward. Some messed up saying I say on a onesie for a baby, and then somebody said, what if she isn't pregnant? She'll be insulted. And I was like, well, shit. That would be me.
Hey, you should ask her to come on. Seriously.
I should. I should.
And then go from there, okay? All right.
All right, sir. My name's Chelsea. My partner, Scott. To my understanding, you reside here? Okay. Is it just you? Okay.
And my dogs that are one's blind and one's deaf.
Your former husband. Okay. But you reside here with George. Your son lives with you, or lives.
Is his name Jorge or George?
Okay.
I thought it was
It's Jorge. It's Jorge, but they just keep calling him George because Jorge is George, but his name is Jorge.
So, Fred, has told, she explained last that you guys drinking a bottle of wine, and around midnight, you decided you guys decided to play hide and seek.
Well, we were playing hide and seek, and then
was your son home at the time, or okay?
With Brian.
Okay.
Why are you playing hide and seek?
Why is she sitting?
She doesn't even get up. She doesn't even get up. She's like, no.
Oh my God. I didn't even notice that, but that is so strange. Like, come
Zero
on, lady.
coup.
Get up.
She ain't got no coup.
when you allow anybody to kind of stand over you like that, you're almost like, I don't know, I just wouldn't allow somebody like a police officer to stand over me like that.
I wouldn't allow
either.
any.
I wouldn't
I
either.
wouldn't. Me neither. I would have been. I would have been up and at him.
Yes.
Let me
because when
meet you
do
eye
it-
to eye.
Yes. You're almost like the weaker, or, like, I don't know. I
Right,
just,
right.
yeah. She is settled and content on that grass.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, she starts out her entire right here. We were putting puzzles together. We were doing artwork. There was a little wine, which is also a lie. It was 2 bottles, Sarah. So why don't you just admit it? You're over 21. You can drink. I don't understand these people not claiming their behavior. We got Alex denying a nap. We got Boone denying the wine.
And she's trying to sound so refined. They were doing artwork.
Right.
With this woman.
We were coloring.
I told him that he colored outside the line and I snapped. Sit.
Yeah. Like when she's screaming at him to breathe. Oh my God.
What happened? What happened?
Lady, you know what the hell
You count as
happened. Don't be
independent,
playing
right?
these games.
No.
Come on now.
The puzzle that we finished in there, and then the artwork, and then decided to play hide and seek, just being stupid.
Okay.
So he decided to get in the suitcase. So I thought it would be funny to, and he was laughing about it too, to dip him up in there. I go upstairs and fell asleep. So this morning or this afternoon when I actually got up out of the bed, I thought for sure he was downstairs on the laptop because he was being really quiet. But then I came downstairs and I'm like, where is he? Like, and then that's when I found him.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Okay. And then you weren't sure about if you woke up this morning.
It was afternoon. I mean, I was
Or
awake,
this afternoon.
but I just didn't want to come downstairs. So
Okay.
I just laid in the bed for a little while. And eventually came downstairs, confused about where he was, and then I was like, oh God, he's in the suitcase still. So I pulled him out and I stretched him out and I started to try to do CPR on him. I called you guys. Well, I called Brian.
Okay.
And then as soon as he got here, which is 30 seconds down the road, I called you guys.
Okay.
And the person on the phone had me do the concussions continually still and count with him until you guys showed up.
Okay. And so as a part of our investigation, we obviously have to go inside the house. We have to look at things. Are you okay with us going in the house and looking at things?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Sarah just wants to know when you're going to release her Dr. Pepper and her cigarettes from the scene. That's all she cares about.
Absolutely.
Photographs and
Yeah.
okay.
Can I ask, is Brian, I'm sorry, George, is he diagnosed with any kind of medical history?
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't take drugs. I mean, we'll have the occasional bottle of wine here and there, but I don't know.
I'm so surprised by him not taking by his mugshot. He looks so rough. That just shocks me.
That was going to be my next question. So you guys don't normally drink? You just drink once in a while, or?
Well, I'm gonna say okay, I guess normal drinking is we will have a glass of wine or two, while we're cooking dinner. Sure. Here, and we'll play a board game with him. I mean, all games right there.
Okay, Sarah, it doesn't count as a glass of wine. Look, she's over here talking about it's like 1 glass of wine. It doesn't count as 1 glass of wine if you refill it 87 times. Stop it.
His face did look sunk in, mate. I completely agree. I have it still pulled up. This one, the face is sunk in. The eyes are almost black. They're really
She's
red.
pretty
The
thin
I
shoulders-
know
too,
his
though.
eyes were very creepy to me. I'm glad you said that because I thought I was the only one that thought that.
Yeah,
She's
they look like
they're very dark. She is also pretty thin too.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's very thin. Yeah.
But when I don't know, his eyes remind me of when somebody does a drug that like meth or coke or speed or even acid or mushrooms like that.
They're
makes
very
you look
beady.
black. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're weird looking. Okay, back to the video. Sorry. No, I'm not victim shaming saying that. I'm just, you know what I mean? He does I'm just trying to keep it real with you guys. He doesn't
Yeah.
look healthy.
had a heart attack or a stroke or an aneurysm or what happened. I don't know.
And were you guys together all day yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. Here?
Yes.
Like neither of you left the apartment yesterday?
I think we drove up to the Green Store to get cigarettes.
Okay.
But I mean, to walk there.
Does he have any history of using any drugs? I know he doesn't now because you said he doesn't.
I don't know.
As far as you've ever known him, you've never seen him.
No.
Wow.
I mean, he's from Philadelphia, and he grew up in Philadelphia, and then he went to Massachusetts, and then from Massachusetts he came down here. So I don't really know like a whole lot of like medical history.
How long have you guys been together?
Almost 4 years, like 3.5 years.
You guys been living here the whole time?
Yes.
Okay. He's never been to the doctor or to the hospital during that time?
He and his brother got into a really bad argument at one point, and he had to have facial reconstruction.
An argument?
But he had to
You mean a fight?
Way to back the milk truck up, Boone. They got into a really bad argument, and Jorge had to have facial reconstruction surgery. Let me say this. Now, I have read many a person for filth, okay? And there might have been some tears. There may have been even some ugly crying. But I have never read somebody for filth so much that they needed facial reconstructive surgery.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do they do that at? That makes no damn sense, Boone.
Like, why would you even say that like that? That's just
They got into a fight. I mean, look, the chingazos were thrown. Just say it. It's fine.
The surgery, I think, was at this point, what, 2 years maybe? 2.5 years?
Amazing.
The checkup was probably a good 2 years too.
Okay.
And the suitcase is still in there?
Yep, always.
Is it normally stored down there? Did you guys travel recently?
No, he was going to start putting some of the, what do you call it, donation in there. So that's why
it's out.
Yeah.
What does she mean, donations?
They needed a tax write-off, so they were going to start donating unwanted items.
Okay.
After you zipped them up, did you...
I think that's lies, though.
Or you just zipped them up and walked away?
My folks were laughing about it.
She said it was like in the way back of the closet, right?
She did in the interrogation video. She did.
Mm-hmm.
Was he sitting on his rear end and his head up, and he just kind of bent over?
Okay, so like this is the suitcase. Like this was his head, and then his knees right here, and his feet were down.
So he was laying on his side.
Yes. Yes.
You just closed the flap and zipped it around.
Yes.
Him. Okay.
Oh my
Like,
god.
real quick.
Understandable. Okay.
So he said that I needed to tell you guys about his family. Like, who do I talk to about that?
We're gonna do that once we walk through and see. Yeah, we're
not going anywhere. We're gonna
I'm
be here
just telling you, like,
Yeah, this is gonna be a
I'm
while.
afraid for my life. I want you to know that. I'm
Why
afraid
is that?
for my life. His family have never liked me. I'm the blue-eyed white devil.
Oh my god.
So, they've never taken me in. They've never accepted me. I'll put it that way.
Have you told any of them?
We talked to his daughters yesterday.
No, I mean like about this. Does
No.
anyone know? Okay.
That's
So
why
no one's gonna know until we will be making that notification. So
they're going
it's
to kill me.
okay.
Do
Well,
they live local?
Yes, they're down the road. They're going to kill me. His kids are going to kill me in Philadelphia. They're going to kill me. This was not intentional.
okay.
And they're not going to understand that. They're not going to accept it.
We're gonna do a thorough investigation, and we will definitely make sure that you don't feel scared when we leave here. Okay.
And
When
my
we leave.
9-year-old.
Well, he's at school. He's with your husband.
I know. Well,
ex-husband.
Your husband said that, or your ex-husband said he made arrangements for your 9-year-old to be picked up.
Okay, Mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go inside if that's okay.
Yes, please, but you guys just keep me posted.
Of course.
So I know what's going on.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't.
All you have to do is get their attention if you have a question or you need to talk to us. He's standing right there. She'll be right here.
Yeah. Okay, but will you guys tell me, like, so you're telling me, like, you won't call whoever it is without telling me, right?
No.
I mean, I have all their phone.
And we're not calling. We're not making phone calls. We're actually going to speak to them in person.
Yeah.
We
That'll
are.
be later
They're
on.
going to. Okay.
It'll
You'll
be
know
later.
prior to us making
Wow,
phone
you know
calls.
what?
They're going to.
Okay, what is y'all's thoughts on this part? Because we're almost done. We've pretty much made it through the whole thing. We can finish it. I really am curious on your. I didn't know about this.
Oh, you
The
didn't?
family.
It
I
sounds
mean,
like she's alluding to them being some kind of, they'll take her out.
yeah. I mean, look, let's keep it all in perspective. She's talking all the shit. Bitch, who zipped who up in a suitcase and kicked them down the stairs again? But they're the problem. You're afraid of your lot for your life. Well, that's all right, because you in protective custody now, Shug.
Yeah.
I
right.
think she's being, look, this is what I think happened. I think that they don't like her because they had a toxic relationship.
Yeah, I think they know
and
the dynamics to that relationship, and
Yeah.
she's she's aware that how aware they are of what really went on behind closed doors, and she's
and
scared.
Exactly. And I guarantee you it don't have anything to do with the color of her eyes or the color of her hair. It's because it's her. Like, Sarah, come on. Have you met you?
Yeah.
You're horrible.
Soon as she said I'm the blue-eyed devil, I rolled my eyes and back way to the back of my head, because that, like, dude, that's just she's painting a picture. You can tell it's unnecessary, and she just stresses me out.
And so whenever she would have him arrested, he would leave and go to, because his parents are local, so he would go stay with his parents and then move in and out, back and forth, and his family got tired of it and said the last time, if you leave with her this time, you're leaving permanently. You cannot come back. So it's not it's not like they don't have a justifiable reason, Sarah Boone. I don't even like you, and I don't even know you.
That's right, Sarah Boone.
The friendship door is closed, Sarah Boone. We ain't gonna be friends.
We'll address all of
Oh,
that.
look at this person. They're like, what in the what's going on?
Thank you.
Just stay seated, okay, Sarah? I know you're panicking, okay? Just relax. We'll come and talk to you.
What is the real story of January 6th? Many people have asked that question.
We'll keep checking on you.
She did a deep breath and and then a mute. She's like, dear Lord. I'm imagining Allie with her eyes rolled back in her head, like all the way back. Well, let's see. I'm taking bets with how many glasses of water Sarah asked for on the stand. Oh, Maurice, thank you. As serious as this matter is you, Jen, and TT in chat had me in stitches. Great shit. Thank you, Maurice. And I know
love
that you
that.
I've heard Jen do this before, and I've had to say this before because sometimes I've gotten comments. But when you laugh, and true crime is dark and depressing.
That's
It is
right.
really nice to be able to talk about it with people and laugh at the things that you can laugh at. And
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Look, Sarah Boone is a whole mess, and that is the part of the crime that we're making fun of. Listen, what happened to Jorge is horrific and tragic, and I can't imagine how, especially when he heard her go up those stairs, how scared he must have been in his final moments. And that is not a laughing matter. But she is a whole trash bag, and I will make fun of her cockamamie bullshit stories from now until I can't.
And that's me on my channel. We will have some laughs when we can, because these are heavy enough as they are. So
yeah, they really, really are. Oh my God, though, I hadn't thought about that, but can you imagine like what he was thinking when he hears her going up the steps? If he did, like, oh my God, that is just, it's so
it's so awful to see this and see that she gets only no more than 30 years. Period. That's it. Period. She cannot get any more than that. It's
Let's hope she did some fucked up shit inside.
But let me ask y'all this:
And
I'm sorry.
They tack on some extra time.
Do you think that because I feel like her stupidity is going to work in her favor. The goofiness, because she's goofy as hell. Do you think that that's going to have some weight when she goes on trial? Like almost like the dumb blonde that really, we know that because we've analyzed her every move through this. And I mean, they will during trial too. But do you think that that's going to almost be like the dumb blonde that she didn't know what she was doing?
I think I think what will happen is in the beginning of the trial, maybe, but I think once they play those videos that she recorded and they hear her taunting him and her saying, "That's my name, January out." That's on you. That's on you. Okay, once they hear that shit, any bit of sympathy that they might have had for her is out the window, because I mean, you know, they're going to see them videos and they're going to be like, hell no.
Right. You might be right. I hope.
Woofy, I was going to see if you would screenshot this right now, just so I can later, because on my phone I left it outside, or I would take a picture. But because I want to, if this channel has the interviews with the ex-husband and everything, I'm very interested in seeing that. And pretty.
I'll remember that. Mentor lawyer from Deep Dive. I'll remember it.
Okay.
I'm on the case. Don't you worry, Allie.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Hey, have you seen that yet, Jen?
No, I didn't even know they were out.
Oh, wow. Okay. That'll be very interesting to watch.
That will be very interesting to watch. No.
And the reason I only ask you, because I know you've been watching this for since it started pretty much, right? Or reading about it. And okay.
Well, I heard about it, and then Dr. B was like, you know who we need to roast? And I was like, who? And she said Sarah Boone. And for whatever reason, for the longest time, I thought this hooker's name was Susan Boone. And so it wasn't she looks like come on, Susan, you know? So the dots weren't connecting for me. But then once we were doing the roast and whatnot, then I really started, then both hosts were on her. I've been watching her this whole time waiting. I've been waiting for this. I'm waiting for her to go to trial.
Oh my God. I can't wait now myself. Okay. I'm going to keep playing it. We just got about a couple minutes left. 6, 7. And then TT, you've seen the interrogation, like the videos we've showed back and forth. Did you know there was a ex-husband video?
No.
I can't wait to watch that.
They're coming out now. I'll get you somebody, okay?
Okay, so did they splice it together? I was curious if they would do that.
She wants to say something. She wants to talk. Come on.
Yes, LG, I did know that.
So we will not know the answer to that because we're not doctors. So what's going to happen is he's going to go to the office and he'll have what's called an autopsy. Yeah, that'll be first thing tomorrow morning. I'll know a lot, hopefully a lot more tomorrow morning as far as.
Look at Melissa's comment.
I know.
There's so many worse things that could ever be clipped of people, and if that's what gets clipped, I'm bendy. I can fold, clip it, love it. Put that shit on a t-shirt, pillow. I don't care.
And then Melissa says we got to do the interrogation next. I'm gonna save those in case chit-chat wants to go over them, which I know you also want to go over some
like recent headlines too. But still, I'm gonna rewind this just so I can hear what she says right here. So, okay.
Or how? So we will not know the answer to that because we're not doctors. So what's going to happen is he's going to go to the medical examiner's office and he'll have what's called an autopsy. Yeah. That'll be first thing tomorrow morning. I'll know a lot, hopefully a lot more tomorrow morning as far as him. But I cannot. There's no way I could say how, why. So just by looking at him, like, why is he purple? Oh, that's normal when someone passes away. Lividity turns.
As soon as the heart stops beating, the blood starts to settle. The lowest points of the body, and then it becomes very pronounced. But you just call it color. What happens then?
Okay, sorry, but just a question because the note, Jen, we were talking about lividity and stuff earlier. Now, if you are killed in a way like Idaho 4 and you're stabbed or something like this, or like that, would that still happen, or does your blood kind of get pumped out of you, out of the wound or whatever?
Well, it depends on, there's a lot of variables, but the term for dying from blood loss is exsanguination, okay? But even when you die from exsanguination, unless somebody has actually drained all of the of your blood out, you will always have some blood. And
Damn,
so
Jen, do you work in a morgue or something?
no, my mom was a histologist. I told y'all this.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And histologists work with pathologists.
You
So this
killing me,
how
Smiles, with all these terms. But go
I be
ahead on with
knowing
your
this.
bad self.
I be knowing this shit. So yeah, so you'll always have a little bit of blood. So yes, there will always be some level of lividity, but that's that they call that staining. He's
Okay.
purple because of the lividity staining.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. Damn, you
Which
work at a morgue?
Let me say this, what your body does like on a normal everyday basis just by itself without you even thinking fascinates me, but also what your body does after death that fascinates me as well. I've always been fascinated by it. I've always not found it gross. I've always found it interesting. I've always found the fact that they can cut you open and look at things and know almost exactly what happened to you without anybody ever telling him anything. And that's always been, I've always been fascinated by that.
Yeah, it is very cool. It really is. Science is so interesting. Tomorrow on my second channel, I have to drive to Raleigh, which is like 2 hours away. And then when I get back, Rena and Melissa are coming on, and we're going to talk about what happens after you die, but not like physically to your body, but spiritually, pretty much. And Rena has a lot of different signs from her son who passed away last year. And she's going to show like different things that, and I've got a couple of videos. I'm going to try to gather some more, but I'm looking forward to that because,
ooh, that's going to be
I think
interesting.
I can't wait. I'm fascinated with that. So I was telling Alex earlier, I have always had this fear of death. And I know that's strange coming from somebody, I've been very vocal about being a Christian, but I've always had this. It's just the human in me. What's next?
Mm-hmm.
There's a show on Netflix I was telling Allie about earlier called Surviving Death. It's very, very good. It's people that
ooh, I'll have to watch that.
Yes, it's different. It's different people that's experienced different things. And so I'm really looking forward to that because I have, as long as I can remember, as a child even, thinking about death.
See, I'm completely, now listen, as far as actually passing away, that is, I'm not, I mean, that would be more scary to me. Let's be honest. I'm a whole ass heathen. I know this. I know that I'm going to need some letters of explanation, character witnesses. I'm prepared. That's why I be trying to, I did some, not bad. Like I didn't break any of, well, premarital sex is probably against a commandment. I'm sure. I'm pretty sure that is. Yeah. So, but but not like the big ones. Like I've never unalived anybody like that, or done anything like that. But I've got some stuff I'm sure I'm going to have to answer for. That to me is more scary than anything else. That I'm going to get up there and they're going to have like some kind of rope, like roped off, and they're going to put me in a holding area for later consideration. Like I'm going to have to just be chilling. Not even purgatory. Purgatory is something. I'm going to be just left behind this rope waiting and not knowing. That's my fear.
Well, my thing is that we nobody can tell us. Well, that show Surviving Death, they claim to have had some experiences. Y'all would just have to watch it. There were several different people on there that's been through several different things, and claim to experience death, but nobody knows because if you're here talking about it, then you're obviously not dead. Y'all
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, to me, the fear of the unknown, I have full faith that I'm going to heaven, but what is heaven? We know what we perceive it to be. So I don't know. It's always fascinated me. I have always feared it to some extent, and I look forward to the conversation because
I'm curious about that too. Are you guys going to talk about the 27 grams?
I thought it was 9. It's 9 grams.
Is it 9? That's the weight of the soul? I thought it was 27. I'm finna look it up. Here,
I'm finna look it up too because I've been studied about that.
Girl, but I ain't got no damn soul. I'm afraid of where I'm going. Are you kidding? You think listen, I'm not even worried about how much it weighs. I'm just trying to keep one. All right, hold on. Let me see.
You're right. 21 grams. I thought it was 9 grams.
21 grams. There we go.
Wow, I didn't know that. But look, I'm excited too because it's something that I think it scares me too. I think it scares everybody. One of my biggest fears is not necessarily like the dying and where we go. Although Jehovah's Witness believe that you do just like go into you're buried. It's nothing. Nothing happens until like later on when Jesus comes back. It's a whole thing. But some religions do believe that you basically do just go to sleep. But my fear of it is like my mom and my kids, like I want to be with them, and I don't know. That's what.
Well, that's where I'm at with it too, because we know what we're told. Are you going to be with your deceased loved ones whenever you leave this earth? Or
I don't get along with all of my deceased loved ones. What then?
Well, so we're taught to believe that everything is going to be perfect when we die. So that's what I want. That's what I'm seeking answers in, is what happens next.
That's I mean, it is a fascinating subject. It really, really is. I'm curious. I want to know what happens, or because you can take the scientific approach, and if you look at it scientifically, we are energy. And energy
never dies.
Exactly. So we just
Girl, we need
form.
to hush. They got a whole show about this
tomorrow. I know.
You'll get going and we'll never stop.
No,
hey,
and we'll be
tomorrow. Y'all come up if you wanted after.
We'll be traumatizing people because I have some really deep thoughts on this stuff. I'm gonna fuck some people up.
I don't know if what we were talking about the soul, Allie, is that they did a study on dying people and weighed them as they were dying, and when they transitioned they lost 21 grams. I was thinking it was 9. I don't know. Wow. It's been a long time since I read that, but they did a study on it, and so they claim that the soul weighs, I don't know why I was thinking 9 grams or 6 grams or whatever I was thinking, but anyway, so there was a study on that. Yeah.
So they all, like everybody lost the same amount or whatever.
Yes, crazy. They can account for a certain amount of weight loss because of the process, what your body biologically does. But there are 21 grams that you lose that they cannot account for. They don't know where. So they think that it is basically the weight of your soul. Mine probably weighs 9 grams. Like my truth teller is stuck on the word not on the number 9 because on some level she was going to meet me, and 9 is what mine weighs. So
hey Brittany.
Hey Britt.
How are you feeling?
I hope they have snacks in heaven. What if they don't?
I don't know. I really don't know, but I think I don't know because I'm getting scared of that shared consciousness stuff because I'm like, I don't want to have the same like conscious, like, I don't know. I don't want to share that. I need my own like mental, because that's what a lot of people think too, is that you go on and because we're all connected that, yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, we all better hope there's not a shared consciousness because if I get up there, I'm telling you right now, it's cluttered up here. You would not believe the things that run through this brain on a daily basis.
Same here.
Y'all don't want in there. You don't want to know. No, I don't want to know.
Dang, I'm going to have to rewatch the part when y'all started talking about the 21 grams. I was daydreaming of suitcases and ex-husbands.
Yeah, it's fascinating. There's some documentaries on it, and yeah, it's really something.
I gotta look up that 21 grams. Okay, let's finish.
Yeah. Okay. Stay on task. Stay on task.
She said, "I'm like really scared, and I want you guys to know that." Oh,
you should be scared, bitch. You killed somebody. Yeah. You should be scared.
And laughed about it. Wait,
right.
Did they take her phone today here?
I don't think they actually capture it when they do, because this is just the cop's body cam. But okay. I think they do take it, yes, that day, Monday.
Run.
Whatever you need to do, okay? And we can talk about that more in length, but yeah, it's not going to be a surprise.
Tonight, y'all had me dreaming the most.
I don't this was totally not intentional.
We know.
That's what I'm scared about too. Hey.
We'll have all the answers. We'll have a lot more answers tomorrow.
Wow.
Like you said, what you're seeing here is common. This is us coming out.
Protocol.
Yeah. His age, no real medical history that we know of. For him to have passed away, we come out.
I know. Yeah.
We come out and do an investigation. Medical examiner's office, we send people out. This is what we do. If he was 75 years old and had a history of heart condition, we wouldn't be here.
I don't know what it is.
Exactly. And that's what we're here to find out. We're here to get the answers. The answers that you want, the answers that his family's going to want.
I just really want to see my son. I really need to see my son. I mean, I know I can't go anywhere, but right. So
girl, bye.
Get out here and if you would, yes. Does anybody else having to show up, or everybody's here?
Your ex-husband had to blow up your phone in order for you to wake up to pick up your son. So you need to stop.
Hey, she says we're not ready for them yet. Is that why they take so long, the medical examiners? Because detectives want to first walk through, look at everything, and then call them after. Okay.
Yes, but sometimes they'll do it. It depends, because always it takes a while for them to get out there. You've got drive time, but all the coroner does really is pronounce that the person is deceased.
And take the body, right?
Well, sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. It depends on, there are times when even in a situation where it is a homicide, like with the West Memphis 3, Kent Hale is the one that came out. He was the coroner and he pronounced them unalived, right? But they were actually taken by a hearse by a funeral company, but they, so it just depends on how they're transported. But most of the, they're in charge of the body. They don't actually take the body. Somebody else does that. But yeah, they're in charge of the body.
Okay.
So
thank you. Did you work at a funeral home or something?
I like to think ahead. So I don't have to stand out here in the middle of the apartment complex sidewalk, without a bra on in front of God and everybody asking questions. I'll already have the answers.
I can't believe we're still alive. This has been a long one. Holy cow.
It's been fun, though.
I know it doesn't even feel like it's been that long because it's been so much fun.
Oh my God, it was so fun with you guys. You make
Weight
it so much
problems.
easier.
Try this simple ice hack
to
with water.
listen to Sarah, to even any of this shit, but just so much easier and funner to
It
go
is.
through this
More
tough.
time. Like I said, I need to go and do that, and he's gonna go do. So, like, you guys tell his family, like today or after tomorrow? You have to. It's the law. Once our investigation is pretty much complete here, once we leave here, we will be going to. But again,
So I wonder, if what Jorge's, how old his kids are, if they're female or male.
Daughters. He
because-
has 2 daughters.
Oh, no wonder she's worried, because they probably would whip her ass. Because I'll tell you what, I probably would. I know that.
Jen, do you see what Melissa Jade, when she dropped our links, do you see what she said?
No, what's she right here?
Bendy.
Bendy.
You ain't never living that one down, honey.
Hell no. I'm going to, you know how we can have those things under our names now, extra things? I'm going to put on there, Bendy Jen Lou.
Or quote it like a yearbook. I can bend and fold or whatever it is.
I'm pretty bendy. I can fold.
I'm pretty bendy. I can fold. Just so yay, Mystic. Thank you.
Yay.
Yeah, I definitely 100% recommend both channels. Just, yeah, I think you guys
I've
will.
had a lot of fun with you ladies tonight and everybody
Me
in
too.
chat. It's been great.
Me too. Thank you guys for doing it with me. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to come on your channel.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, we're going to have you.
And then, Jen,
Hey.
we have Glory Vallow crap.
That's what I was going to say. So we've got the call that Melanie Gibb doesn't want anybody to hear, but everybody's about to hear it. And they've already, if not already heard it. And then we still have some of the pretrial stuff. So when do you want to do that?
Actually, Angie's leaving tomorrow, and this week I'm pretty free. So just whenever.
Do you want to do it tomorrow? Do you want to do it tomorrow? What do you got going on tomorrow, Truth Teller?
Well, I'm gonna watch the live that they do about the afterlife, and then
Yes.
we're gonna hop over to my channel for a little bit. What time is your live tomorrow night, Alex?
6:30 my Eastern.
Okay, so like
or maybe 6. It's like 6 or 6:30.
Yeah, so that's 5:30 for me. So
And what are you doing tomorrow night on your panel?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
I was gonna do some of the headlining crimes. There were some that I wanted
Okay.
to go over.
Okay.
'Cause there's a couple that really interest me, and I wasn't gonna do, but like maybe an hour-long live. So,
Well, I want to be there for that. I know Monday, Truth Teller and I are doing some missing 411.
I'm looking
No
so
way.
forward to that.
Yes.
Oh my God. I've been wanting to, I've heard a little bit about that stuff, and I want to watch it. That's like where they go missing out in the
national parks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh my God. I can't wait for that. Yay, that'll be fun.
I'm
Well,
actually
Alex-
going to start with like the OG of the missing 411, the Dennis Martin from 1969. That's the craziest case ever. So
That's the little boy, isn't it?
Yes.
I know that case.
Yes. So I'm looking forward to that because I love the missing 411 stuff. And I thought that would be like a good filler in between, these cases that are coming up, and just throw some of them in there.
Oh, I
from
love
time to
that
time.
idea. I love
a lot of people in here love 411. I remember, Melissa, actually, you're the person who I heard it from about it before. I can't wait. I'm looking so forward to that. And then, Jen, we could do Tuesday.
Yeah, you want to do Tuesday? Whatever you want to do. Yeah, it's it's not like I'm going to get off your panel and we're never going to speak again. Just message me. can work it out. You know, I'm available to you 25/8.
I can't wait. I am so excited to do that phone call with Melanie Gibb. Oh, truth teller.
She bangs.
If you get that call, let me tell you what. She gets on there. She calls JJ a drug baby. She talks about Tally. She said,
Oh my God.
It is nasty. It is just plain
It's
out nasty.
it's bad. And then when you hear that phone call, and then you like listen to the her pretrial testimony, and how she's trying to really like distance herself from what she actually said. You know, I don't listen. I know people have mixed feelings about Melanie Gibb. I can assure you mine are not mixed. I have strong feelings. She was, I feel on some level, a co-conspirator. I can't, you know, because she helped to keep the police from discovering where JJ and Tylee were. She may have she may have decided after she lied the first time that this was wrong and then tried to help or whatever. But by that point, you know, they were looking, and it was wasted man hours. You know, they thought that JJ and Tylee were with Kay or her. I can't remember which part she lied about. It doesn't matter. She lied. She knew, and she knew way before that, because Lori had told her that JJ and Tylee were with Kay. So the minute that the other story came out, she knew it was a lie, and she covered. And, you know, it is what it is. I can't take her serious at all. I think she should have been charged with something, obstruction of justice, something.
Yeah, I completely agree. She does. Meep says she has an autistic kid, and she does. And that's what makes it so frustrating when she talks about JJ the way she does. And the fact that she stood by Lori with all the, I mean, getting rid of his guide dog, not giving him his medication, not having, I don't know, just all of it. It is so frustrating. Oh, I can't stand her.
Well, she was also right down with Lori at the cop shop after Charles. And, you know, Melanie, you know, tries to act like she's, you know, shocked by all of this. You're not, Melanie. Your bangs, the ones that are the tuning fork, and the more you lie, the more they stick out. It's like a divining rod, lady. You lied. I know you lied. You know you lied, and you're lucky that you're not facing charges, because you should be. And if I were the Woodcocks, I wouldn't thank you for shit. I'd tell you to get fucked.
Yeah, I completely agree. I really do.
Don't get up there on that stand acting like you're some damn ass hero, Melanie. You and your bangs say different.
Tell us how you really feel, Jen.
I can't stand her. Look, see, no mixed bag for me. I don't have mixed emotions about her. They're very clear.
Bindi Jen.
Bindi Jen. People I will not be friends with. Sarah Boone, Melanie Gibb, Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell. I don't like none of y'all.
And people that you want to be friends with, Dick Harpootlian.
Yes.
Harpootlian.
Show do.
I bet Brittany is ready to go home. She said, "I'm really ready to go home."
I bet.
Maybe you can get old Poot on your show, Jen. Write to him and see if he'll come on.
No doubt. Oh my gosh.
I should. And I should.
Or the judge. I keep thinking he's a judge. Right, the judge.
Judge Newman. He can't talk because he's presiding over Alex's other trials or his other charges. Yeah. But I should tweet old Dick Harpootlian and send him a link to the video that I made.
You know what? I thought the same thing when you said that about the detective with Sarah, because it's about to go to trial. Would she be able to? Because she's probably going to be a witness. No, I don't know.
No, she probably won't be able to talk. There's no gag order, but she probably won't be able to talk. But Dick can talk. I know he can. Come on, Poop. Come on over to my show. Call me. We'll have a fantastic time. I made a whole homage.
Bendy Lou and TT up here. Look at me. So lucky.
Bendy
No.
Lou, that's it. That's your name from now on for me, Bendy Lou.
Bendy Lou, listen, I could be called way worse names. I can think of some other nicknames that have been floating around these YouTube streets that I would not like to be called. So if you want to call me
I
Bendy
hear
Lou,
that. Yeah.
go ahead.
Bendy Lou, that's funny. Melanie, the ex-wife. Melanie is, there's two, but we're talking about Lori's best friend, the one that we watched up on the stand on Jen's channel.
Yeah, they are besties, but the way that Melanie tries to portray it is like they were more like frenemies. She didn't care for Lori. Now I know she didn't care for that haircut, and I don't blame you. She did a crappy job, Melanie. I'd be mad about that haircut too. But
Jen's laughing at you. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I wonder if she's really scared for her life here at the end over the family. She does. If not, she's a good actor. As well as when I was going to mention it to you guys before we end about Sarah. The last thing I have to say, during the interrogation, when the cop, like right here at the end, not interrogation, during the conversation at the end, the cop says something about, and he's dead, and you found him. When she says that, Sarah goes like, but it was almost believable in a way. Like there's moments where I think she maybe really didn't think he was gonna die. I don't know.
See, that's where I'm at with it. Like I truly don't believe she intended to do it. I mean, absolutely, she was reckless and she caused it. I mean, you can't argue that. But I just don't think that I think she was just drunk and I don't know. I just don't think she intended to do it.
I'll say this. It is possible, unless you're an actual psychopath, right? It is possible for you to do something like this, even no malicious and no intention, not intentional, no malicious, and feel, have moments of sadness, have moments of grief, for the victim. I think what Sarah did is, I think she put him in that suitcase. I think it started out as a punishment.
Yeah, I think she wanted to torment him, definitely.
Yeah, I actually don't think she thought that he could suffocate like that. And I have to say that if she had not moved that suitcase, maybe he might have survived. I don't know. I'd like to, I mean, but the black eye, honestly, the black eye and the other injuries, even if they didn't have that video, that's what would have gotten her in trouble, because she adamantly says all she did was put him in the suitcase, but he's, roughed up.
And you know what? I think if I was, now I don't know about drunk. I like you guys, I've never liked drinking. If I just drink a half a beer, I can feel it because I don't drink much. But if I was sober, and I know he wasn't, but I still feel like if I was inside of a suitcase that I could unzip it, because the inside of it, how you have like the other side of that metal piece that's the same on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
If you felt for that, you could move it with your fingernails.
You got a good point. I didn't think about that.
But that part was broken.
But if you flip it, and if you flip it, I mean,
yeah,
I'm not talking about the part that flops over. I'm just talking about the teeth, on the teeth, the part that
yeah.
If you grab it with your finger. So I don't know. I think the flipping it over is probably what did do it. Complete what sealed the deal, because at that point, even if you get there, I mean, there's nothing you can do. Hey, Mama Bear.
See, and I think that's why she flipped it, because I think he was maybe starting to get out, and I think that might be why she flipped it.
But flipping it wouldn't have anything to do with it, though. The zipper's on the side. On my luggage, it's on the side, like it zips around the side.
Yeah, but how I mean, I'm trying to picture that. The only way to do this is for me to get in a fucking suitcase, I feel.
Don't be getting in those suitcases, Bendy. Now we can't be coming on here doing a live about you.
I feel 35% confident that if I were to do that,
That's somebody
in this house would let me out.
Well,
Eventually.
if we were there with you or something, we actually really could test it. But TT, you got a point. But I kind of just thought, because where the flap opens, that like if that was closed, it'd be really hard to open it the other way. But maybe it would be the same. I don't know.
See, I think the problem, what we're not taking into consideration is, yes, he could fit in, but he probably encompass the entire inside of that. No wiggle room, no way to move, no way to adjust anything. So he was laying on his side, but we don't know, because unfortunately when Sarah was describing it, and y'all know she loves nothing more than hand motion, she's doing it in the interrogation. Looks like she's out here landing planes and directing traffic at the same time, or conducting a band. Anywho, I think that he was on his side. We don't know what, like, if he was I would imagine he would lay with his head towards the zipper. That seems like the most reasonable way to get into a suitcase, not lay with your back to it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
agree
mean?
with you. When he got in. And yeah, normally I am in bed, but also I usually take a gummy to help me sleep, and I take it a lot earlier than I did tonight. So I'm not surprised. Plus, I was so excited to be here with you guys and stuff. And yeah, I think I'm shocked that we are 3 hours, 27 minutes in. I never go live that long. Usually I'm like an hour and a half in, and I'm like, oh God, I got to get up and do something, or I don't know. Oh, Mystic, thank you so much.
It's a way I'm usually 2 hours tops, and I'm hitting end live. But
me too.
This has been fun with y'all, so it's went by and I haven't even noticed. Doesn't seem like we've been live that long.
It doesn't. My lives, when I'm by myself, I always am like, after I'm done hearing myself talk after about 25 minutes. If I'm being fair,
me too.
I'm like, all right, I'm tired of myself now. How are y'all not? I mean, I'm glad you're not, and I appreciate it.
This is a interesting. She says she thinks he got the black eye because his face was right up against the fabric.
Yeah,
when I was a kid.
I think he got the black eye from that tumble that he was inside the suitcase when it took a tumble down the stairs. That's how I think he got a black eye. And I think the scratches and stuff, I don't know. I know.
I really do think that she had to have been, messing with him, period. That's the only way. Unless they were fighting first, which then why would he get in there and allow her ass to zip him up?
Well, right. And the thing is if they were arguing, if they were fighting, it would only have to be arguing. Because I feel like, listen, I'm just going to keep it real. If you hit me, I'm going to hit you back, period. So if she swung and caused him to have a black eye, and let's be honest, past behavior is a good predictor of future behavior, which is why he had DV charges against him, because he swung back or he swung first. But doesn't seem like she has nothing on her to indicate that she was scrapping that night at all. I think part of the story she's telling. I do think he got in there willingly, and something snapped in her. It's hard to really know, because she's not very, like, she talks about the weirdest stuff in detail in her interrogation, but she doesn't actually. She says they were listening to music, and she wanted him to change the station or change the song or something, because she doesn't like the music he listens to. And it's, very, I don't know, I can't remember how she put it, but anyway, there's little to no conversation. That's what's missing from her narrative is, well, we were playing, we were drinking, we're having a good time, and there is no, like, a conversation about getting into the suitcase. Like, how does that even come up?
I know.
Of all the things that you could try to hide in, why, the suitcase is odd to me, but I don't know.
Well,
We'll find out.
I think it was more along the lines of, she probably bet, men are suckers for a challenge, or
Oh yeah, like a dare.
Their pride can't let them not do something. And I just wonder if she didn't like bet him. Bet your little ass can't fit in that suitcase, or something along those lines. And that's how I don't for one second believe there was any game of hide and seek, because like you said, the concept is totally lost on her, if that's the
Correct.
case. Him too, because
that ain't even how you play that game.
Yeah. So I don't buy that. I think she probably coaxed him in there with something like, some foolish bet, and he being a man and didn't want to, I just think it was something like that.
Well, the truth is that, and I keep forgetting this, and we can't because this is important. She was under investigation with CPS because she put Lucas in a suitcase.
See, that's just what?
And posted
what is her
it.
fascination with damn suitcases?
Can you tell me about that? And because I keep seeing people in the chat talk about it, but I didn't know that.
I don't know that other than what I just said. I don't know a whole lot more than that, other than what I said just now. I haven't really looked into that as much because I don't know that but it might come up. And that and that makes me think, okay, because when I was covering this the other night, I think it was Recliner Detective who said that they had, and another person commented that they heard the same thing, that the judge wasn't going to let the video in. And now that I'm thinking of it, perhaps what they were talking about and referring to, the judge is the video that she accidentally, I guess, I don't know if she accidentally, but it was allegedly uploaded to either YouTube or Facebook. And perhaps that video is not coming in, although I can't imagine why that video wouldn't come in. The other videos for sure are coming in. There's no keeping those out. But I don't know. She has some kind of something with suitcases.
Hey, Jen, I'm looking on Twitter and look, a dramatic reading, the Sarah Boone trial. The letters, a dramatic reading.
Is that from me?
No, it's,
who did that?
Kimberly Wade.
Huh.
Hey, I share people's videos all the time. You know what I mean?
Did
If
she
it's something I like,
did she share my video?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see. Hold on. Yep. Right here. Look. The Ward case studies.
I'll be dead gummed.
That was nice. Awesome.
Very nice. Cool. Thank you.
There's nothing cooler than, I've seen that a couple times. Like, I've been on Twitter and seen like somebody share my video, and I'm like, oh my God, I love that. There's nothing cooler than that.
Well, I'll tell you right now, look, y'all better watch out. I done made it to the Twitters.
And you've arrived, Jen.
I have
Bindi
arrived. Bindi Lou is here.
Well, oh shit, now I lost it. Oh, do you know if he's okay? So I had an article today that I used, and it had something else wrong, and it said that they were both 42. Actually, right here it says they're both 42. Sarah 42, Jorge 42. But someone in chat said he was 36, which could be right because the article I used later, I found it was wrong about the videos. So I'm curious.
He was born in 1978, February 13th, 1978. And Sarah is born October of 1977.
Okay.
So
but
yeah,
this was in January, so he was 41.
Let me think.
This was January 25th, right? Or was it February 25th?
It was, yeah. So he had just turned 42, and Sarah would have been 43, I think, actually.
Days before. Here's Kimberly Waves sharing another one. Melissa Jade. Oh, look, Melissa.
Yay! Oh. Bendy and Jade are on the Twitters. Y'all stand back. Watch out now.
All right, you guys. Well, I think that we've kind of went through most of it. Is this an old mugshot and this was her new one?
Hold on.
We have
I don't.
these two. That one
Okay.
is the one, and then this one.
I don't see a mugshot
On the screen. Oh wait, I'm
no,
sorry.
it's. I see Melissa. I was like, I
Oh
don't
my
know.
gosh, I'm
That
sorry.
doesn't look. That doesn't look like a mugshot. Okay, so that's the first one because I recognize that T-shirt from the interrogation video.
Okay. And then that one is like maybe an old case because remember she'd been arrested before.
That one might be her current one because see how her roots have grown out. The one on the top. See,
Yep.
she's darker haired.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's smiling. She's like, "Hey."
Of course she is.
Smiling.
She's fucking crazy. Of course she's smiling.
She just looks goofy as fuck.
She definitely does. And the
She
smile.
does in her interviews and well, the interrogation and what we saw of the body cam footage, she just looks goofy.
Yeah,
Bless
she
it.
definitely does. Ugh, I can't. So News Nation covered it on March 9th. Okay. Here, I'm going to just click on it for a second.
It's on
Okay.
you. Sarah.
Son, you.
He sounded just like her. Exactly. I just want to see what if he like talked about it or just
A bottle of wine.
played like her. Yeah, these. I hadn't actually seen it talked about on the news, so I'm surprised. Like I know you have, you're local.
Like, I don't know.
So they didn't even talk about it. I knew it. I had a feeling.
I mean, there's a lot to take.
Barely. Oh, there she is getting arrested. Let's look at that. Oh my God, she's skinny. Y'all were right. Damn.
She is. She's tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. All right, you guys. We have
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you for having us. I had a blast.
I had a blast too. I can't wait to come on y'all's channel this week. Thank you guys for being here. It truly are you guys together. Oh my God, I love it. And then to be up here with you and just because like, yeah, I love it. The sassiness, the sassiness, you know, times two.
Bendy Lou and Truth Teller, the dynamic duo.
That's it. But I really enjoyed this, and I look forward to a lot more. So,
yes,
me too. I can't.
I'm
wait.
so glad we snatched Truth Teller over here to the true crime side. So glad.
Me too.
And didn't look back. I hadn't looked back neither.
Don't look
But
back.
you know what? You're
No
actually
use in looking
good at
back.
this. I think she's perfect for this because you're so smart and you're like super observant and like you have a great personality to like listen to. I don't know. I just think that you're gonna do great with it. I'm excited.
I agree. I second everything that Allie said. You've got the personality for it. You're incredibly intelligent. You're funny as fuck, and you have a really good sense of you pay attention to details, which I always say the devil is in the details. And that's good.
Thank you, ladies. Y'all make
I can't wait to see what else you're going to do. I'm so excited.
Me too. She really does pay attention to details too. That is so true. Like Corinne said, funny AF. Thank you, Queen Olive. Innocent until proven guilty. I think yes, but I don't know here or over on TT's if she wants to do that, but we'll definitely probably go over it.
What's that?
The interrogation videos.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And meet what's Allie's channel.
Thank you all in chat. That's sweet of y'all.
Yeah. Oh, we love you, TT. That's awesome.
We do.
I love all of y'all too. I've really enjoyed it and it's been fun and I look forward to more. And I enjoyed that we're able to share some laughs in, you know, like you said, it's a fine line because some people do get, you know, offended because of the topics we're talking about, but we're never laughing at any victims. You just have to insert some levity into this because if not, it's just too heavy. It is for me if you don't at least share some laughs when you can through this. So
Exactly.
Yes.
Laughter is the best medicine.
Meeps said, oops. Yeah, I do have a second channel, Mystic. You're right. Thank you, Lynn, for dropping that. And you guys definitely go subscribe to them. I'm going to add you, Jen's, to the description. Truth Tellers is in there. The mods have been dropping them like crazy.
You guys are great.
So, yeah.
You guys are all great.
I've actually have had some comments about laughing. Like I had Christine on once to talk about Brian Koberger, and we were going through like his Reddit or somebody's Reddit. No, it was Anon Harsh. And we were laughing about stuff in the comments underneath. I mean, they constantly, there was like 10, 15 comments about this was so rude, blah, 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 blah. I cannot believe the way you guys laughed at this. Like it was pretty bad.
Well,
I mean, we laughed. Me and Jen laughed me and Bindi laughed all the way through the Murdoch case because, I mean, the shit was hilarious that was going on. But it had nothing to do with, of course, those crimes are not funny. It's never, I mean, we would never laugh at something like that. But the shit that was happening and with the things that Alex was saying and the Poot was saying, and we laughed all the way through that, didn't we, Jen? It was hilarious.
We did. You look, the Poot stood up and slammed his whole file.
He did. Your Honor.
His whole origami making tools. He slammed that shit on that desk and said, Your Honor, I object. I mean, what do you mean you can't? That is hilarious. And when he was trying to work the fucking protractor, that was also hilarious. Then when he was, listen, and gun safety is important. Okay, so let me just make that disclaimer right now. But when he had that whole fucking Elmer Fudd moment where he was like, I can't stand anywhere and not point the gun at somebody. I mean, it was hilarious.
He's just waving that shotgun around in the courtroom at people and like, I mean, just complete disregard for any gun safety. And I mean, it was just hilarious. I can't help it.
And when the witness looked over to Judge Newman, like, are you not going to say anything? This fucker is holding a gun and telling me to come down here. He tried to get help. And when Judge Newman let it go, he just got climbed down from that fucking witness chair and she was like, and that's when Poot said, well, no, this ain't right. I can't hold this thing without pointing at somebody.
Even
and then when
Alex was funny.
Yes. And when they got that fight and the Metter said, Your Honor, he pointed a gun at us yesterday and said it was tempting. It was just, I mean, there were the shenanigans. That trial had everything. A bomb threat, a protractor.
They were objecting to their own damn arguments. You can't make it up what went on in that trial.
You
it was
can't.
Hilarious.
You can't.
They were objecting to their own arguments. Oh my God, I didn't watch it.
Yes. Yes.
That was insane. Oh my God.
Yes. Yes. And then Blanca, when they were arguing over Blanca's testimony, because she was about to give potentially hearsay testimony, right? But when they were arguing over it, Blanca was looking back and forth between the Poot and Metters. And when he slammed that paperwork down, she was like, oh.
This was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
I've been in a crappy mood all day, and you guys turned my whole mood around. Y'all are great. That is I'm so happy to hear that.
I love
That's
that.
the best compliment. That is the best compliment.
That is. It is.
It really is. Yeah, I love those compliments. I got a letter in the mail at Christmas time that was like very similar to that. And that means so much, to you. Like it means more than any kind of present or anything when you know that you're impacting somebody's life in a positive way and making some kind of difference like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Good thing they don't allow suitcases in prison. I agree.
Sarah Boone. I bet she's not having a good time in that jail. She's probably trying to boss the wrong one around. Bless it. All right. Well, I'm going to get off of here because otherwise we'll just keep talking because we always have
I
such great
know.
combos.
Yeah, I've hit a record. Allie, mark it down. 3 hours, and I'm showing 3 hours and 48 minutes.
Oh my God. I've never been on this long. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys though for making it feel like an hour. Seriously.
Yes. And the chat too. They're great. They've
Yes.
been great. They've laughed right
Yes,
along
they
with
have.
us. And that's what counts to me is the chat. I love to watch them.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
That's what I like. All right. Good night, girls. I'll see
good
you guys
night. Good night,
tomorrow.
Bindy Lou.
Good night, Truth
Good night, you
Teller
guys.
and Allie.
Good night. And I'm just going to go ahead and end it. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you to the mods. Thank you, girls, for being up here. It was fun. And
Thank you for
Mim K
having
said
me.
I've said bye 4 times already.
Good night.
Good night. Bye for real.
Bye.